winter warm-up here. We've got grand finals here on the horizon. I'm Josh Fundy Pafundi, joined here by Daniel Jobin. Jobin, we've got two teams coming up here, battled through this bracket, and they are ready to start this one off.
Yeah, we ended off the last break with CVAL. We are starting up the new semester with more CVAL. Two of these teams, they did place. I believe Waterloo came second or third finishing in their CVAL bracket. Texas A&M, I believe they finished second as well. So these are two of the better collegiate teams overall in Valorant, now meeting here in this grand final, in this kind of, the warm-up, the preseason tournament, kind of see where everyone's going to stand out before the season actually gets underway.
Yeah, you can see these teams picking up right now, looking like almost mirror comps. I mean, at this point, I think that a lot of these maps, the metas have just been so figured out that it's like you have to run this comp, and the most we'll see is like a one agent kind of difference. As you can see, we've got the maps coming up for this best of 5. Going to be starting off on Ascent, moving into Bind, Icebox, Pearl, and the decider will be Breeze should we make it to that sweet game 5.
Yeah, so a lot of the standard maps that we are used to seeing, not going to see Haven, at least for this time. I know the game's going to have a lot of changes in these next coming weeks. We're going to see Lotus, got revealed today, another 3-site map that should be coming in the next week or so, but we're going to have one last ride. We know Bind, it's not going to be around much longer. We're guaranteed to see it maybe the last time we actually end up casting Bind, but we should be in for a great series nonetheless. Lots of changes coming in. Nothing major today, but 25 seconds ago, both these teams should be ready to go.
Out of charges.
That team's getting set up. We've got Texas A&M University here. Waterloo University going to be on that attacking side. And I want to talk about Waterloo here for a sec, because Texas A&M in their semifinals match went up against Fisher College, and that was a long series. That was a marathon of a best of 3. Took it all the way to game 3. I believe it was 13-9 in that last game. A score similar to that line. Very, very close game in the end, whereas Waterloo 2-0'd their way into finals, which is, not something to forget about. It's something that Waterloo has been showing all for this entire tournament, really. They've just been dominating teams in the best of 3s. Now, going to see if Texas A&M can stand up to that, because, they've been strong on their side of the bracket as well. I just think they've been a little more dominant, but Theny going to shut down Kai there right at the start of this round, and now EAMU with that numbers advantage moving into this execute on me.
Yeah, Waterloo now going to flood in. Havex first kill out in Boathouse, trying to find the second one on the swing. Smoothie's taking out that one. Now into this 3v3. Very slow start to that pistol round, but now we are getting into the nitty-gritty. Noble going to be good for one there. That spike plant not going to come through. Now into a 2v1. Theny finding his third of the round, and TAMU picking up the first round of this game.
Theny just making their mark in the pistol round there, find the nice little angle over near Catwalk, find the first pick, and then clean up that site when Waterloo tries to make their move. I think a big one there was, I believe it was, oh no, it was Kay who fell, or Kai there on the Killjoy, but taking that out, I mean, it really hurts the post-plant potential there for Waterloo, and now coming into this one, I think TAMU is going to have the easiest defense round of their life here.
Yeah, should be fairly easy unless Havex is able to, find some of these crazy sheriff shots. They're going to be in for a very, very difficult time here. Exchange those 0 points. See what they can cook up there. Not going to be a whole lot. Seeing that usual Sova lineup through Garage, when you don't have the raise to lead with that grenade, you just sit back, send the shock darts out, see what you can pick up. Bill playing off his turret there. Going to get taken outside of Garage there. Look at a very long B rotation, possibly just as Killjoy's playing up alone on A. Havex, though, be there to answer that stinger, though. Very dangerous weapon, and that owl dart is going to be enough to tag out Havex there.
Yeah, they've got a bit of intel from that. They didn't really spot anyone out farther back outside of Garage there, but I think the main thing is Waterloo's going to have to play really tricky here, right? And they're going to have to play, with that Deagle or with that Sheriff that this Jet has for them, but TAMU can just wait. They know they're going to be on Classics. It's not like they're going to be forcing. And there's the spam to come through from KHS. That's the first kill. Dill on the other side of that crossfire. We've got the window player here. You've got the first-way player there. And now they can just kind of hold down this door, spray through the smoke. There's the reveal on Smoothies on the left. And Dill is going to finish it off. Prim taken down, flawless second round for Texas A&M.
Yeah, they're going to hold on to those guns as well. Very, very solid round from A&M. Waterloo, that's the tricky thing. It's really hard to kind of create those off angles. And when you have the Stinger, genuinely one of the most broken weapons in the game right now. You can pre-fire any smoke. And I'm not sure, I don't think it was in the patch today, but Omen, I don't know if you saw, they're taking away his ability to make one-way smokes. Like, they're automatically going to fall to, like, the nearest floor.
Oh, so they can't just, like, sit on a
So you can't one-way that garage. And
I'm
I'm not sure if the update's in, because that usually somebody makes a one-way there, unless he was blocking that door, but that is going to be a new update, so maybe Omen's last time on Ascent as well until the patch, considering.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, we've seen Omen be very popular in these past few weeks. Noble starts off the pick there, but Light to trade that one out. Now Waterloo's got some rifles in hands. They're going to be feeling more confident in this round coming up. But, I mean, you did just lose a player B to a Spectre at the same time.
Oh, shoulder to shoulder. Prim finding that kill over up the dam. Flash gonna go out there. There is nobody home on A though. They could walk onto site home free. Every single Texas A&M member over on that B site trying to play that short garage, but this will be a very easy walk on for Waterloo. They will be able to find that plant and then 4v3 post plant to try to find their first.
Thing is, Waterloo still doesn't know the kind of rotation that Texas A&M is on right now. They were, very hesitant to move onto that site. They thought, there's got to be at least one player there. But you've got all three players coming in on this flank. They're going to be coming in through a main here. There is an alarm bot set up, however.
Will they be able to skirt on the outside of it, though? I'll say it's almost like they know it's there. They are going to find the shots, but information has been delivered. Oh, that's a great flash still. Finding the kill over on Decay. Now he has that Phantom in his hands. What can he do? That Paranoid going to be so good to cut off this push of TAMU. They're going to have to try to make a play. They're going to send their grenades, send the pre-fire, send in those nanostorms. Still down to 39 HP. Smoothie's taking out Theany. He's going to be good for a pair there. Make it three. Three-piece for Smoothies. Waterloo now finally on the board.
Great rifle round there from Waterloo. Take your fights where you can win them. I really liked Prim just kind of sitting in wine while there was that smoke, right? You know that Dam is going to use that Omen smoke to kind of lead out into main there. Just wait for him to make his play. You've got the better weaponry. And, of course, Dam with that Spectre last round was thinking they were going to try and get into a close-range fight, but picked the wrong angle there. Now we've got pretty even out buys here. There is a Stinger from Kai there on the attack, however, so Killjoy might not see that until some close range angles come through, but at least can just drop the util and cover the flank.
Okay, at least that answers my question. That is still a one-way smoke. So not quite today, but definitely in that next week or so. We saw Noble too has that operator. I think he was trying to lock down either somewhere on that B site, but a little bit of a split push so far. Prim get as much info as he can through a main here, but none of these TAMU members going to show their hands too early. Both these teams extremely, extremely patient to start these first couple rounds.
Yeah, and it's typical on Ascent too, such a big map. A lot of teams just wait until that 30-second mark to really make their play. There's the first pick to come out from Light. Waterloo on the attack, but Theany shuts down Havex with a one-tap there and just rotate back into tree. Toss the knife as well, not have to worry about much. Rim is actually going to fall to Theany in the close range. Theany for 3 on to Smoothies there, and now Spike is down on a site, and they're just waiting for KHS to have to make this play here, for Light to have to make this play right now.
Yeah, KHS gonna try to find that last kill. No ace for Theany, but nonetheless, Texas A&M very, very dominant round. 3 members left alive there. Theany picking up 4, as we mentioned before. So TAMU off to a very, very strong start so far.
We've seen what TAMU can do on this map from yesterday, and this is one of the maps that they did take off of Fisher. So it's definitely, a strong suit for them. You see Theany there. Yesterday, Noble and KHS as well had some very stellar rounds on this map. Noble with that Blade Storm specifically, and, a lot of clutch plays to come out of this TAMU team.
I love they're going to put, even when you can't afford, you put Sova on an LMG and you try to spray through those walls. That area spray was going to be good for a little bit of damage, at least tick down that other Sova. Now the Owl Drone trying to land shark his way inside, trying to find anything. Blade Storm going to come online for Waterloo, though. Will they be able to find anything? Noble being through backside of market here. Will they be able to find one just on the other side of this wall? It's going to be that mid push this time, so a little wrinkle in the playbook here from Waterloo. They're going to send in Havex first. Those plays, see what he can get, but Prim going to be the first one to fall.
Prim caught out in the corner, swung on by 2. Is able to get a little bit of chip damage down, but can't find anything themselves now. Havex, the one to have to make the play here. Gets tagged out by that alarm bot, misses the shots on Dill. Dill comes back and is absolutely going to rip through this Waterloo team. Only Smoothies left now, caught in market. Dill going to pick up that 3K from B site.
Yeah, TAMU so sound defensively, able to go find those picks when they need. They shut down the Blade Storm. Havex gonna wish he had that one back. Just missing that knife or 2. Maybe could have opened up the back of that site. And taking off Killjoy from Ascent 2 is always so critical. Basically just takes the B site out of contention the entire game.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you throw the one Killjoy there, you'd assume they're just going to toss all that utility, and if you're able to take it out, I mean, it works, and it works well, and, you know, the Killjoy kind of just doing their job.
Yeah. As it's probably Killjoy's best map, so if there's any time for both these teams to pull it out, it's going to be that time. Smoothies. That Shrouded step, maybe to find the angle. Look at
Damn, he's in a tricky spot here.
Very, very tricky spot. He's either going to have a fantastic play or he's going to get caught up. Maybe he has that paranoid ready. That went through, but again, the patience of both of these teams to not overly peak.
Thing is, Prim's been taking this gunfight with Dam every single round. He's always swung out from that arch. He's never made this TP play just yet. This could be a big one to grab one, maybe two picks here, but it's going to be a timing game. Paranoia comes out, and the spray is good, at least towards one. Smoothie's in the back there. He's going to be able to rotate out, but takes more damage than Dam.
Yeah, fake Shrouded step. Little Omen duel here over in Cellar and A main here, but it's going to be Smoothies walking away for the time being. They both got their shots in light, picking up that kill through tree over onto Dill. Now TAMU once again, 4v3 advantage. Low health over onto that Omen as well. The swing going to be beautifully timed. That's going to be a 1-for-1 though. Now into this 3v2. Moody's getting hit with that 0-point recon dart as well. They have the info on him. Utility spam not going to be enough. He's going to escape through all that utility somehow. Now going to try to get this plant down. Smoothies up toward heaven here, trying to protect his teammate here, trying to preserve this 3v2. Noble going to be the first one to swing. No engagement quite yet.
Finally gets those dark covers back up as well, but spammed out through the smoke. That's what happens when you've got 20 health. Kai is the one who has to make this hold, but it cannot be done. KHS, second kill of the round, is going to find that defuse as well, and TAMU starting off a stellar defensive side so far.
Yeah, and I feel like Ascent is actually one of the few maps in Valorant that is actually super defensive sided. There's definitely ways to get these executes, but having that Killjoy, you're basically playing like, okay, which site is Killjoy not at? That's the one we're going to try to attack on. And even then, it's so difficult to get through some of these sites, and it's really interesting because so many maps seem to be like super attacking sided where, and you can just execute a basic like initiate, couple flashes, maybe use fade, something like that. You can walk onto site, but Ascent is a little bit trickier so far. I mean, defense is held up for TAMU.
Yeah, I think going off of what you said, it's like Ascent's one of the maps where you really have to work to get that bomb down. A lot of other maps will end up with, you see something like Haven, a few utility are going to be thrown, you get the plant down, and then you're playing 5v5 post-plant, right? Whereas Ascent, I feel like a lot of the times it plays just, it takes a lot longer for that bomb to get down on it.
Owl drone tag through mid there for KHS, seeing what he can find. That Battle Stinger on the other side of that short corner, though. I just gonna be trying to wait and bait out. Maybe a Nano Swarm alarm bot there.
Swarm grenade out.
On the lineup, actually gonna be a pretty decent Nano Swarm into Cat there. Not gonna find anything quite yet. KHS on the swing. Not gonna engage for the time being, just trying to play that time. And that's why TAMU is so smart. They're on the defensive side. They realize, hey, if we get some info, it's okay. We don't have to take any of these fights yet. Waterloo hasn't really been able to execute on us on site, so they're just gonna sit back and, you know, play the waiting game here.
KHS walks all the way back to spawn. Use the recon dart for what it's for, right? Get all of the info you can. Avex is all the way up Cat here, though. Gonna have to make a nice shot, but damn, to shut them down. Now, nobody to really follow up on that entry either, but 3 players gonna be pushing out of this main area, but Dill has a great angle on this from Tree. He's able to find one. Damn finds another one in the round. Dill for 2. Wow. All this round from Texas A&M.
Yeah, that is a textbook crossfire right there. Every single angle covered beautifully. Waterloo didn't have the best weaponry. They had a Guardian. I think they had 1 or 2 rifles and maybe a pistol or 2 in the other. But TAMU just so clean on defense like we talked about. KHS in every world, he knew he had the better weapon there. He probably could have taken that peek, and he more than likely would have won the fight if he hit his shots. He goes, nope, recon dart, sit back, wait for you guys to walk on site. It'll be even easier for us. They hold that great double stack and tree with the KJ and the Omen, and once again, they're just so clean right now. Waterloo doesn't really look like they have an idea of, you know, what they kind of want to do here. They haven't at least found the, you know, the result for it yet.
Now Texas A&M 5 rounds up. The pockets are absolutely full of cash. They are not concerned for these next 2-3 rounds, and I mean, already grabbing 6 on defense is, you're comfortable at any point.
Uplash Havex gonna dash out of there. Hunter's Fury gonna come to this middle area. Noble gonna find that kill. Havex getting caught out in a very bad spot there. Prim seeing if he can find it. Not gonna be good though. Once again, these Texas A&M members finding punches and bunches here. Smoothies not gonna be the next one to find it. Gonna fall to that Vandal. Now it is all going to be on one. All on the Killjoy. Will K be able to make the play? Gonna find one, find a second, but Noble finding his third of the round, shutting that one down, and I believe that's going to be, I think, 6 in a row for TAMU. Oh, they had this little sandwich there, so almost.
Yeah, 2 players line up for Kai, but it's not enough. They're actually going to be starting up a timeout.
Good idea.
Too. Waterloo, something's got to give here. Something's
Yeah.
got to change because TAMU is absolutely rolling this defensive side right now.
Yeah, and you can tell how tough they've been. They haven't had to use a single lockdown yet the entire game. They haven't even had to come close to burning it at all. We've only seen that Blade Storm once. The Hunter's Fury getting decent value, at least in splitting the team. The only thing with Waterloo, though, this timeout is fantastic. You want to get ready for that next round, but look at the cash. They are not very liquid right now. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot going on in the bag right now. TAMU, they can afford now if they really want to. I think playing this patient style probably the smart thing to do, but they can maybe turn the aggression on just a little bit this round and the next. Try to catch Waterloo off guard. Play a little bit out of your play style, knowing full well they're going to have the weapon advantage this round.
Yeah, they can just go in. At this point, they can go into every round in the future,
peek,
knowing they're going to have the weapon advantage here. You see the Sheriffs are starting to be bought. The rest of those 3 players probably going to buy out some
Stinger,
eco weapons
maybe,
here.
or
Yeah,
Marshall.
A Stinger, possibly a Marshall. Yeah.
Ooh, Hero.
Yeah, we're being baited. I love how they bait us.
I think they might go one rifle because at some point you have to try to chip away at the economy.
That's
You don't want to just and especially when it's 7-1, it's okay to concede rounds on saves, but you're kind of running out of rounds at this point if you want to, keep this game going very long. You can't really afford to go down 9-10-1 at halftime, or you're going to be in a very bad way.
And then you've got a player like Prim here. I think they've had the right idea every round of hold this A main, make sure you're not getting flanked, right? Possibly win a gunfight or 2 here. But I don't think they're necessarily using the flashes and the light to their advantage, but going up cat, it's light. And I believe that was Avex to find 2 kills there. As now they're going to make this A push. KO's going to be coming out of A main here. Light makes it on without being detective as well. Neither of these TAMU players know where the Waterloo players are set up on site. Spots out. Light there. CVH finds the first kill, but Prim is good for the trade.
Yeah, this has been a beautiful round from Waterloo. They found those first 2 picks. They immediately recover those rifles. You pop the null command. You cut off any chance of TAMU getting back into it. And they're able to take that round. Only have to use 1 ultimate in the process, so you're going to be feeling really good about that one. That all started with Havex. Has had a bit of a struggle this game, but finding that first blood basically helped snowball that round for Waterloo. And now they can finally look to, maybe try to put some more rounds together.
And that's what those timeouts are for.
Yeah.
You take the time. You come up with a real strategy. You say, all right, we're going up here. We're finding this pick where they play every single round, and we're going to flood onto that site. And look at how well it worked, even with just Stingers and 1 Phantom in tow.
Yeah, you can see only a couple rounds left in the half, but this economy looking pretty even on both sides. Now Hunter's Fury, though, trying to cut off this early push. Havex might get caught out here. He's going to get tagged. Light taking out Dill in the process. KHS, though, is going to take out Havex there. Now into this 4v4. Prim trying to play off the switch there. Damn, going to find that kill. Lockdown has been initiated for Waterloo. Light going to find one. Thini trading that one out right away. 3v2. This lockdown is still alive, still kicking, though. Noble finding that kill. 2v1 now. They're going to have to wait out this lockdown. They know they have the information. Noble, it's all with the timing on this swing. They have a couple pings. Owl drone as well.
Look at where the spike is.
The spike is in a very, very interesting place there, Smoothies. He's going to have his work cut out for them. This crossfire is beautiful for Texas A&M, though.
Fake TP there from Smoothies. Try to just play to these sound cues a little bit.
Unfortunate.
Not going to react to that recon dart in time. Gets spotted out. Still has 1 TP up, but is going to get tapped out by KHS in the end. A very, very tough position to make it out of there.
Yeah, that recon dart. The fake TP, I think, was actually really, really good. He maybe got them to change their angle, but ultimately shoot the recon dart out. Oh, there he is. All our problems are gone now, and that's just the way they're able to do it. TAMU, 8-2 lead to start this half. They have that Blade Storm. They have their own lockdown. That null command very, very close as well. So as far as ultimate economy and even real economy, these next 2 rounds should be so strong for TAMU. They should be looking to at least take 1 just based on the ultimates alone.
Yeah, you see the 2 ultimates. You see the Blade Storm. You see the lockdown. But Waterloo still had enough in the bank for some rifles this round, so they're still going to be, evened up in that sense. But I mean, it's taken some very, very solid openings to these rounds for Waterloo to make it. And Noble just absolutely destroying the entry, all of the entry from the side of Waterloo. You've got no more Sova for intel. You've got no more Jet for your dash smoke.
Yeah. That's going to hurt very bad. They do still have that Omen to try to get in. They have the KO pop flashes, but Noble didn't even need to pop the Blade Storm for those kills either. Just walks cat, walks mid, finds those 2 easy picks. Now Smoothie's going to get some info off that jump peek from KHS, but TAMU, we know how they play. They found those 3 picks, their 2 picks, and look they just sit and they just wait patiently.
Look, nobody is moving anywhere on this A side. Prim to find the first one, but the crossfire has been set up from TAMU, and now it's all up to 2 players left from Waterloo. It's Kai and it's Smoothies. Kai finds the first one onto Noble. Noble finally out of this round here. They're finding 2 picks from the beginning. Smoothies going to be suppressed out, spotted out, fully blind. Has nowhere to move here. They know exactly where he's going to be set up, and there's no ultimate for Smoothies to really fake out anything here either.
Yeah, and that null command was actually really, really big. They shut down him mid-smoke, and they're able to shut down okay. If Omen can't smoke onto site, they have no way of getting on, although Killjoy on the backside here, Kai, good for 2. Now into this 2v1. Waterloo somehow going to try to find a way to pull it out. That's going to be 4 for Kai. They're going to end up winning that round. TAMU, they had a 4v2 null command, 13 seconds to kill, and they don't watch the flank, and Kai running rough shot. 9-9 now on the game, but Waterloo stealing one away there.
This, wow, just absolutely bringing this half back into Waterloo's hands. I mean, 3 is infinitely better than 2 at this point.
Yeah.
You know, you're ending the half. You can try to make it an 8-4.
It would have been 10-2 if they lost 2 with the money, and they would have been
it would have been absolutely brutal for them. But Kai comes in. Amazing decision on that wraparound to wrap all the way around Heaven, completely catching KHS off guard. You could see he was literally aiming at the site, had no idea, and of course going to finish off the end the rest there. But now Waterloo, even just after a round like that, you can take momentum from that. The team is feeling good after a round like that.
And you just keep saying to yourself, defense sided, defense sided. As long as you make it even 8-4, it's not the best scoreline, but it's still a competitive game. If you win pistol, maybe win that second round. You're only 2 rounds behind, and all it takes is a couple small mistakes, 1 or 2 great plays, and you're right back in the game. But having this round, making it 8-4, would definitely make them feel a lot better. That Blade Storm still at large. Oh, the timing is going to be good, and the Blade Storm now going to be taken off the map. TAMU do still have that lockdown. Couple shots going back and forth. Cross sight there, Athene reading that one beautifully. That 0 point's going to get a ton of value as well, and that grenade going to maybe get some tags. So a KO spam coming through, but Prim still swinging and still finding that kill.
Prim, though, has a good angle on this, but there's 3 players staring him down. Prim is going to be the one to find that kill finally. Prim is going to get this spike down as well. Smoothies adds 1 to the tally there, and it's all up to Dill once again here. Shut down by Kai, and it's an 8-4 half. TAMU in the lead, but Waterloo fighting back in those last 2 rounds.
I'm just curious, like, it's so weird. Like, I know KJ, like, you want to wait for the good time to use the lockdown, but TAMU did not use the lockdown the entire half.
Yeah, at all.
It's like, I get maybe, you know, you want to try to, like, maximize the value, or, you know, you're worried about the Sova, the Hunter's Fury taking it out, but if you know the Hunter's Fury is not going to be online, at least throw it down, like, kind of like a Viper Pit. It's not going to buy you the entire round of time, but at least it's going to give you a little bit something, you know, dissuade. Maybe you can make some kind of play off of it, but they played a great half nonetheless, but it's just, you know, strange.
Yeah, there was definitely, like, resources left on the table at the end of that half, I think, from TAMU, but honestly, just seems like they're comfortable with winning how they want to win, and if they want to, you know, save that lockdown, really it's on Dill to be the one to place it. Now you see this is the solo setup on B from that Killjoy, exactly what you'd expect on Ascent here, and now we're gonna have to see what Waterloo can do on this defensive side. I want to see if they have the same kind of patience that Texas A&M does.
Cool. Walking through mid here, trying to get across Cat. Luckily, that dark cover in time. Gonna proc that dash, though. That Owl drone through tree here. Is going to find the scan. 0 point. Not going to land Havex, though. Going to find first blood there on KHS.
Here's the Owl drone there. Just slightly peeks out mid. Is going to find that player Cat there. And now Texas A&M 1 down for their execute here. Spike also over towards Tiles. That Killjoy is going to be Dill there with Spike in hand, but Noble's already made it all the way under Heaven here.
Oh my.
Oh, that's 2. That's 2.
You jinxed him.
Noble.
You jinxed him.
I caster cursed him. I am sorry, Noble, but Smoothies is going to make it out of that. Finds that headshot. Evening it out. Actually, not able to even it out. Waterloo still one player up.
Beautiful.
This is a good angle here. The right click is going to whip. Avex able to find that one, but TAMU comes in with the 2 kills after the fact. Still cleans it up, but now down to a 2v2 here.
Oh, mirror match. High on the defuse, trying to stick. Damn, gonna find one. 1 for 1. Both of the Omens left. Shoulder to shoulder. Damn, finding his 3rd of the round there. TAMU taking a very, very, very fun pistol round there. So back and forth, but that is going to be pistol going over to Texas A&M. Their Waterloo, though, that was a damn close round.
That was an absolute roller coaster of a round is what that was. I still can't believe Noble missed those 2 shots. That's the pistol RNG. That's what I'm blaming it on. It's the bloom.
And that's, funny enough, it's correct.
Moody's, though, is going to find that one. Sitting there at 10 kills, top of the leaderboard, finally meeting Kai up there after some stellar rounds from that killjoy.
Look at that buy. I think Dan blessed somebody with a rifle on TAMU side there. I saw, minus 2,900 go in some direction.
Noble.
So, yeah, Noble.
And full util from Noble as well. This is a big round for this Jet.
Yeah, this is a very heavy investment. And from TAMU's standpoint, I can kind of understand the decision. You're up kind of by a lot. You feel like you have momentum. If you can really start to put down a Waterloo here, you can put yourself in a very good spot. Look at Kai, though. Authority out of that dark cover. So many members to fire off there. If that was the judge, would have found at least one. Bathini finding that kill with the Stinger. Those Stingers still going to be powerful as ever. This is going to be a plant from TAMU. Big 5v4 post plant.
And so many shorties, that's all they've got to work with.
Jeez.
Noble is just going to have an absolute time up here, but is going to be shut down. Smoothies takes that Phantom out of the play for now.
Yeah,
can't exactly grab it.
Yeah, no, he ain't. He's never sniffing that Phantom. Look at all the members walking up here, trying to make sure they recover that rifle. Oh, look at the shorty. Oh,
still picking up the shorty off of those Waterloo players, finding the kill with it. The main thing here is that they were able to carry the Phantom over to the next round.
Yeah, yeah, winning that round was absolutely massive. Now we're going to see, look at this approach from Waterloo. We're going to see that Odin. It was only a matter of time. We saw him bust out the Ares earlier, try to get those wall bangs ready and going, yeah, they're going to set him up over on that B site. But unfortunately, TAMU, they seem to have an A preference. And honestly, A is definitely like the most hit site on the set as well.
Yeah.
B is just usually like a no-fly zone unless it's like a late round rotation.
Yeah. And the thing about Texas A&M so far is they've had almost no resistance getting onto A except for over by Catwalk, right? So they're just going to keep taking this main push. Noble and Avex to find a kill. Avex for 2, though, taking out that enemy Jet as well, making it out unscathed. Waterloo now 1 player up, and TAMU doesn't have much for their entry here. You're going to have to wait on a few more smokes from Dam there. Going to have to play this round out slow and steady from now on.
Might be able to find pretty decent timing on Catwalk here, but 2 members going to make things a little stickier. They are going to send that far rotation. Look, perfectly placed dark cover on top of them, blocking off that cat vision. Dill, see what he can find. Spectre in hand, shoulder to shoulder with these 2 Waterloo members. All be in the timing. Dill looks like he's going to be on the receiving end here of a couple Phantom bullets. Oh, damn, those going to find that kill. Dill's going to swing, finds the dink, but the kill's not going to be good. Very low HP, 21 health over on Smoothies. 40 seconds left for Texas A&M. Now Light going to find one on that Odin. Now all on one last member. Damn, he is full health, but 3v1. Not going to be the easiest spot here, and not a whole lot of time to operate either.
3v1. Smoothies is 1-tappable here just by a body shot, but still tough to work with. No paranoia left to try and make some kind of solo play on one of these isolated targets. And the second you peek out here, it's Light with an Odin.
Yeah. Wall of bullets, Light finding that kill. Waterloo finding their 5th of the game now. Finally kind of stunting that offensive TAMU. Now curious to see what the buys are going to be for both of these sides. Should be still rifles to the side of TAMU here. Going to be a whole lot of rifles for Waterloo as well. Maybe having, yeah, they're going to have that Blade Storm on Havex, so not going to have to worry about that one. Bulldog over onto Prim as well. And these are when the rounds start to get really important for Waterloo as well. You kind of got yourself back in the game. You kept the game in tow, but sending TAMU to 11 or 12 could potentially spell the end of that game. So every single round here for Waterloo, they have to find as much value as possible.
And last round, Texas A&M did not have to rebuy after their bonus, or at least they only had to rebuy that one weapon that Noble lost there. So at least they're going to have the economy to put some rifles in their hands this round. Yeah, you've got some light armors, but sometimes on attack, it's really a non-factor. You're going to get 1 tap from all this.
Shots out through mid there, Havex. They can find with that Blade Storm, but it's going to be a little bit of an over-aggression play from Kai there. That's going to be Noble picking up that first blood. Now Prim. Something going on in cellar there. Both these members stacked up, waiting for that potential tree push, but it is a very, very slow start from Texas A&M, and now they have the numbers advantage. They have a little more time to try to pick and choose their site here. East site would be looking nice and pretty, but looks like they're going to stack mid and maybe cheat A here.
This is going to be a big engagement coming up. Avex for one, going to get shut down immediately. Noble and Prim in the end. It's 2 for 2 in that entire fight. Texas A&M, one player up after the pick on the Killjoy earlier in the round. And they're just going to make their way to this A site. They love these A plants.
Shock Dart behind Generator, the Odin spam as well. Get tagged up there. Smoothie's going to have to put away, but that's going to be left into the 3v1. He did get tagged up. Beautiful Shock Dart. It's actually going to escape, though.
Weaves.
Couple pop shots. Yeah, a little juke step there. Going to avoid it, but into this 3v1. This is going to be very, very difficult. No dark cover for 10 seconds there. A big shrouded step. Let's see if it's enough to fool all these members, but you see what they're facing. There is no misconception about where Smoothies is playing right now.
You can smell the line of fight at this point. Smoothies might just have to start thinking about taking this Vandal to the next round. Yeah.
You're not winning that. You're not cracking that code on offense there.
But it's a tough position to be in for Waterloo right now. Texas A&M gonna take this round, find themselves at 11-5, and you're only looking at 2 more rounds that they have been easily securing with just 1 or 2 picks off the start.
Yeah, and you have that Blade Storm now out of the game for a little while. The Omen teleport, it's a nice ultimate. You're not really that worried about them getting it online, and using that Killjoy ultimate, especially on offense, is always a little bit tricky, and you have Sova to kind of counter that one. So that once KHS gets that Hunter's Fury, he's just going to sit on it, basically countering that Killjoy ultimate, kind of taking Kai out of the game here. Spy might be enough. Havex should be able to put together a rifle, and honestly, at this point, they don't really have a choice. If you end up putting it over to 12, yeah, you could win 9 rounds in a row, I guess, but the chances are you're not going to end up making that run. 4 rifles. Noble does have that Blade Storm, so just going to go with the Shorty, and TAMU looking to really put the squeeze on this game this round.
I mean, I think Waterloo at this point pretty much got to force every round. You can't really risk going to that 12, that match point, not without a few more rounds under your belt, because 5-12 is a long way to go. 7 rounds straight. I mean, Texas A&M did it on their defensive half, but with how strong they've been playing today, Waterloo may not be up to the task. We're going to have to see as the rest of this game plays out here. Noble and Light here making their classic push. Out. Avex actually gets shut down by Dan. Dan for 2, but Noble is shut down by that Blade Storm, or with that Blade Storm. Now, Mike should be able to go down onto this A site, however.
Yeah, probably get that default. Actually going to go in just in front of Hell here, in front of that Generator. So a little bit different. Nano Swarm, though, going to be up into heaven there, seeing what they can clear out. KHS has the Recon Dart, has both Shock Darts still online as well. So TAMU sitting very, very pretty for the rest of this post plan. Smoothies, 0.9. Recon Dart, dark cover, utility dump toward heaven. They have a very, very good idea where these members are playing. Smoothies still in heaven, though. Backside, they actually kind of a little slip of the mind there. But the Shrouded Step, Smoothies actually turns on Dam, finds the kill. 2v2 now, manageable, but still takes out that kill onto Kai. And then he will also find the kill onto Smoothies. Now, Texas A&M on map point for game 1. They have this 12-5 lead on Ascent. And this economy should be looking heavily, heavily in their favor.
Up to this point, Dill, don't think they've been the flashiest player on the team, but boy, are they consistent. Like, every single round, you see Dill in those post-plan scenarios at least finding one.
Yeah. Let's see if he can go an entire game and win without locking down.
I mean, 1 round away. If anything, you use that to secure it right now. You see them finally making this B hit.
Look at these guns, too. Double Judge, Spectre, Bulldog Light Armor. This is pretty much the great value you've been at Walmart. Dill is going to throw in that early lockdown, so exactly what you should do for Texas A&M. They don't have the Hunter's Fury to counter. They are going to send that Omen teleport, see what they can maybe catch up around the site here, but Texas A&M, they're probably going to look to execute with authority, but that Judge proving dividends, couple tags going through. They're good for 1. Going to be good for that second one to Smoothies. Noble is playing on the backside here. Double kill for Dam. Double shot with the Judge while jumping. Havex finds one. Light and K just going to trade one now. Sova v Sova. Light, though, keeping the game alive for the time being. Somehow Waterloo winning that round out.
Texas A&M, you know, they had They had the win in sight. They had the lockdown in hand. They were like, all right, guys, this is going to be a great round. We're going to finish this one off. And then they stared down the barrel of a judge.
Several, in fact.
Two to be precise.
The ones at the Jet Havex, I don't know how you hit 2 jumping.
Yeah.
Like, every shell hits in the headshot. Like, that's just something, you know.
Yeah, the kill onto Thini was one thing. Thini very low from the nano storm, gets hit by a judge spread. It's gonna happen. But yeah, the long range kill from Havex was a little questionable, but to say the least. Light actually start off with big picks for the side of Waterloo. Ham's able to trade one back, but that is a quick round. Waterloo only losing one member that whole time.
Yeah, I think it was mostly an eco from Waterloo, or from TAMU rather, but they went down in a hurry to Waterloo there. Waterloo now getting this economy slowly but surely back on track. They have the null command. They almost had the lockdown in the Blade Storm. That Hunter's Fury found great value early in the round there, so they're kind of making a lot of good adjustments here. It's just, can they keep doing it consistently? As we said, 12-5 is great. Now you're at 12-7. The game's in a little bit more manageable of a state, but Waterloo, or TAMU rather, now they're going to be able to put that full buy back together, and this is going to be a very, very big round.
Light waiting here with these shock darts. It's actually going to be I here push up garage, but TAMU, they're not concerned with the B site anymore. They don't have the lockdown anymore.
Yeah,
they're like, we're heading back towards A. This is where we found our round wins. This is where they're really strong on post plant as well. Prim and Havex, perfect aggressive play to put yourself in a positive position. Havex gonna fall to Thini there. Prim has to use some of these pop flashes to get themselves out.
One enemy
Just have that null command pop as well. Dill in the 1v3 is gonna shut down Prim there.
I got the spike.
Still gonna be suppressed, however, to win that fight. Light though, ready on the angle.
And they might be able to find the revive. They are going to find the res, so maybe saving $2,900 there definitely going to help their Prim, finding great value out of that null command. And now the operator going to come out for Waterloo. They think they're in striking distance now. They have a couple of those ultimates back online. That operator though, that is going to be a wildly aggressive gamble. If it pays off though, could do such wonders for Waterloo. Now we're going to see that Odin, that heavy armor get busted out again. It's going to be a complete eco from Texas A&M again.
In a row for Waterloo. I mean, we said 7 is a tough task, but it's not impossible. Nothing's impossible here. Havex, there's that operator being put to work.
Yeah, Op versus Sheriff or Stinger, who would have thought? But that early frag going to be exactly what they're looking for. The name of the game for Waterloo now is save as many of these weapons as possible, because they still have a couple rounds to win. That's going to be beautifully timed there. Kai picking up the kill onto Dill. Like, gonna go back to that Odin. Swapping the Vandal and the Odin in the backside of spawn there. Nice.
I mean, yeah, you gotta have both available just in
for
case.
Wall banging and for peeking.
Yeah, one for the taps, one for the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, just have to drone out this A site. Knows that Prim is around there, doesn't know exactly where they are, just kind of on that right side. Smoothies finds a great kill onto Dem. Right back into the dark cover, and now Thini's in a tough position here. Not even gonna win that close range battle after the tap, the dink on the head too, but Smoothies with that rifle, better gun wins in the end.
Yeah, let's see what this economy is looking like for A&M now. Looks like they should be able to put together a good buy. They have that Omen teleport, they do have that null command, so they have some ability to make some kind of entry here, but see Waterloo, they still are sitting on that lockdown, waiting until they absolutely have to bust that one out, but TAMU, now they gotta find some way to stop this Waterloo momentum. Once this gets to 12-10, I can guarantee they're gonna be a whole lot more stressed. They're gonna be sweating just a little bit harder, and they're gonna realize, hey, remember when it was 12-5? Yeah, that was a long, long time ago. Waterloo, right now in control of the momentum, but they have a couple more to go to finish off this comeback.
One more round here of buys for them, whereas they're gonna have to go back to the saves after that, and so pivotal round here, Waterloo. You find this 5th in a row, you're at least steamrolling that 6, barring some crazy eco stratter, some crazy shots here from Texas A&M. It's a big one for Texas. You're on match point. Want to be able to try and find this, but it seems like Waterloo is just ready at this point for everything they've got in store.
Yeah, Waterloo seems to kind of have the playbook on A&M here, and they're, kind of playing into their hand a lot here. They're finding these early frags they weren't doing early in the game. And they'll swarm through market there just to keep this push slowed as long as possible. And hey, now we see Texas A&M realizing, hey, this A site not really working out anymore. Waterloo Trying to have our number. Now cheating over toward this B site. Look at this rotation, though. Global seeing if they can find anything. No command is going to go through. They sent that Paranoid out as well. We're going to realize it is this B hit, though. It's TAMU, though. Can they find the timing? Can they find the angles? Two going to get traded out there, Dill. Get the kill on Akai. He's going to swing. Takes out Havex as well. That's going to be off down. What a swing is right. And they're going to find that core. Dill. Can they find that last one backside, though? Prem, it's all in the timing. Oh, that's going to go so good for Dill. One last bullet to find. He's going to find it. 3v1 has the lockdown as well. This is pretty much going to spell disaster for Waterloo. Thini finds the plant. Lockdown should be coming in imminently. The dark cover going to go, but Smoothies. Yeah, this is going to be a very tricky way here.
This is the absolutely the worst 1v3 situation I can think of.
This is what we call cooked.
Yeah, at this point, 3 players, the time already chunked down by 12 plus seconds here. Smoothies gonna have to come in. Not only that, you're peeking into an op, you're peeking into Killjoy utility. Oh, there it is. The turret comes through. Gonna push that op, though. Op is now out of the fight, but there is an Odin back sight there.
Time is gonna run away from you eventually, but Smoothies, you've taken it down to a 1v1. You spotted out KHS, puts the dark cover down. Smoothies!
No time. Do you have the time is the question. Oh, you do not. Texas A&M takes that one, plays the post plant to perfection, but Smoothies got some fancy shots there in the end. Texas A&M, however, gonna take map 1 here on Ascent.
Yeah, we saw a pretty good mirror match there. It was just that early game for Texas A&M proved to be a little bit too strong. They took that 8-4 first half. They were able to kind of snowball that lead. Waterloo, they made a great run toward the end of the game. Their great play by... I mean, look at the two. I was going to say the Omen play was fantastic. Both of the Omens finishing at the top of the scoreboard there, Dill. I think only using that one lockdown, but finding a clutch time to use it. Texas A&M, though, taking that 1-0 over Waterloo on their map pick.
Yeah. Only using the one lockdown, and then, of course, the one time you lose it, it's like the most devastating round for Texas A&M. But, yeah, I mean, you can see from this score line, you see the rounds there as well.
Yeah.
Texas A&M just so dominant for most of the game.
Yep.
And then it felt like Waterloo finally figured out what their plan was, right? And I think it almost flipped in the way that Texas A&M on their defensive side, so passive, right? And Waterloo wasn't doing that for the first half of their defensive half. And those last 6-7 rounds that they found were just, you know, they're played slow, played the mental game almost. Just played the slow game, played the info game, and they started seeing success from it.
Yeah, we saw a lot of great adjustments toward the second half of that first map, but I do believe we have Bind just around the corner, so we will throw it to a very quick break. Texas A&M and Waterloo, map 2 up next. We're going to find the shots, but information has been delivered. Oh, that's a great flash still. Finding the kill over on Decay. Now he has that Phantom in his hands. What can he do? That Paranoid is going to be so good to cut off this push of TAMU. They're going to have to try to make a play. They're going to send their grenades, send the pre-fire, send in those nanostorms. Still down to 39 HP. Smoothies taking out Thini. He's going to be good for a pair there. Make it 3. 3-piece for Smoothies. Waterloo now finally on the board.
The way up Cat here, though, going to have to make a nice shot, but damn to shut them down. Now, to really follow up on that entry either, but 3 players can be pushing out of this main area, but Dill has a great angle on this from Tree. He's able to find one. Damn finds another one in the round. Dill for 2. Wow. All of these TAMU players know where the Waterloo players are set up on site. Spawns out. Light there. HS finds the first kill, but Prim is good for the trade.
Yeah, this has been a beautiful round from Waterloo. They found those first 2 picks. They immediately recover those rifles. You pop the null command, you cut off any chance of TAMU getting back into
that sense. But I mean, it's taken some very solid openings to these rounds for you to make it.
And they're able to shut down okay. If Omen can't smoke onto site, they have no way of getting on. Although Killjoy on the backside here, Kai good for 2. Now into this 2v1. Waterloo somehow going to try to find a way to pull it out. That's going to be 4 for Kai. They're going to end up winning that round. TAMU, they had a 4v2 null command, 13 seconds to kill. And they
still one player up. Beautiful. This is a good angle here. The right click is going to whip. Avex able to find that one, but TAMU comes in with the 2 kills after the fact. Still cleans it up, but now down to a 2v2 here.
Oh, mirror match. Kai on the defuse, trying to stick. Damn, gonna find one. 1 for 1. Both of the Omens left. Shoulder to shoulder. Damn, finding his 3rd of the round there. TAMU taking a very new 5v4 post plan.
And so many shorties. That's all they've got to work with. Noble is just going to have an absolute time up here, but is going to be shut down. Smoothies takes that Phantom out of the play for now. Can't exactly grab it.
Yeah, no, he's never sniffing that Phantom. Look at all the members walking up here, trying to make sure they recover that rifle. Oh, look at the shorty. Oh!
Still picking up the shorty off of those Waterloo players, finding the kill with it. The main
where these members are playing. Smoothies still in heaven, though. Backside, they actually kind of a little slip of the mind there. But the Shrouded Step Smoothies actually turns on Dam, finds the kill. 2v2 now, manageable, but still takes out that kill onto Kai. And then he will also find the kill onto Smoothies now. Texas A&M on, but Texas A&M, they're probably going to look to execute with authority, but that Judge proving dividends, couple tags going through. They're good for one. Going to be good for that second one to Smoothies. Noble is playing on the backside here. Double kill for Dam. Double shot with the Judge while jumping. Havex finds one. Light and K just going to trade one now. Sova v Sova. Light, though, keeping the game alive for the time being.
By 12 plus seconds here, Smoothies gonna have to come in. Not only that, you're peeking into an op, you're peeking into Killjoy utility. Oh, there it is. The turret comes through. Gonna push that op, though. Op is now out of the fight, but there is an Odin back sight there.
Time to.
Time is gonna run away from you eventually, but Smoothies, you've taken it down to a 1v1. You spotted out KHS, puts the dark cover down. Smoothies!
No time.
Do you have the time is the question, or you do not?
And welcome back in, everybody. The Collegiate Valorant Hub Winter Warmup Grand Finals. Waterloo versus Texas A&M. Texas A&M took ascent 13-9 over that Waterloo squad. They had a very dominant first half. Waterloo made a nice run toward the end. Ultimately, though, they fall short. They find themselves in that down 1-0 position. But now, for potentially the last time on broadcast, barring what kind of patches come out, we go over to Bind. Bind will no longer be with us after the next patch, and good riddance.
Yeah, so long, Bind, honestly. You've been here for a while, but a very one-dimensional map almost. Just a very close quarters, a very brawly map. Raze is good on it, which sucks, to be honest. You ever just get hit by a paint shell and just stand there and accept it?
Yeah, it's a FF 5 rounds, guys.
Yeah,
Fifth round FF, just spam
listen,
it.
guys.
Cue it up.
One-click showstopper ace. Like, sometimes it just be
Yeah.
happening, honestly.
That's, yeah.
One cool thing about Bind, though, it's one of those maps that the teams like to still pick Sky on. One of the maps that Sky is still pretty valuable on. Cypher as well. KHS bringing this Cypher back. We saw it yesterday.
Yeah, I was saying maybe a couple wrinkles in this team, but just that Cypher and that Fade going to be the only difference there. That Raze Fade combo going to be a little bit better for that attacking side, and I'm guessing that's probably why, yeah, Waterloo opted for that one. Having that attacking side, starting with that Raze Fade combo, that Seize and that Paint Shell, going to be so powerful. And KHS, we saw after the Cypher update, we've been seeing actually a lot of Cypher on Bind. There are some very wacky trip lines you can set up now on some of these sites.
Oh yeah,
Look,
trying to set up some wacky cameras here as well. You see, you can see these super long ones. Yesterday we were seeing some vertical ones through that door as well. Just there's a lot more options at least for these Cypher players, and brought them back on the map. I still think the Cage is an amazing ability.
Yeah, the Cage is really, the only thing is some people just like disregard the Cage and kind of just run through it. That's the only thing. So it is kind of, it kind of works like an Omen Smoke in a weird way. It's like the same kind of idea, but yeah. I know like if I see a Cypher Cage, but if there's like 2 or 3 of us, like screw the sound cue. If there's 3 of us, like I'm pushing, like we're going to try to take this fight, but you can also bait people very well using that as well. Light, finding first blood, those paint shells right down the pipe, finding some damage out there, a couple trades back and forth. Both these teams going tick for tack here. Kai rather, finding the kill over with that Frenzy. It's going to be an early plant here for Waterloo Bind. You know, everyone knows very defensive favored map.
KHS found their way into U-Haul, but it's damned to be finding the kills right now. Prim left. One tappable from a body shot here, but does have the snake bite to be able to stop this. However, we're at a stalemate right now as these players wait to try and get this defuse off. KHS tapped down, now down to a 1v1. Damn.
Both one-shot kill.
All in your hand. Technically, yes. Prim, you do got to hit those headshots, though. Damn, it comes through. Hits that running shot. Running headshot as well, and is going to find this defuse. Texas A&M University winning all pistol rounds up to now.
They won defense on Bind. Oh, my goodness. No, a pistol round, yeah, not going to be as much indicative as the rest of the map, but a great start for Texas A&M, and they look like they're going to go with some super force activity here. 5 SMGs, full armor as well, which is usually not super seen. Those battle stingers, though, so powerful, especially after those last couple of patches. See what Waterloo wants to do if they want to opt for a couple of these stingers here. We just keep a Sheriff and a Frenzy.
Yeah, I like Kai's idea here of getting the stinger, of course, with that brimstone. Oh yeah, still as well. You know, I feel like some people forget about the brimstone sometimes. There's those paint shells to come in as well. Light can't really follow up on them. They're going to be used to cut them down there, but 3 players are about to push into the showers area here, and Light getting caught in the reload. Dini and Noble to be able to find a double there in showers, get the player advantage.
Not ready yet. Down
Dini getting interrupted during the heal. Actually going to get taken out, though. KHS did find the kill. Is going to pick up his second there. Texas A&M, they have done so well, at least taking this pretty much full buy for round 2 consideration. They end up taking out all 5 Waterloo members. Keep 3 alive, so they should be able to at least keep, I believe they had 2 or 3 Spectres there. Yeah, they're going to get all those back, but now we're going to see the actual round 1 of the game. Waterloo should be able to put together, I'm guessing 5 rifles. Fade, maybe going to see that light armor to buy a couple Prowlers, but the rest of the gang stacked up with those Phantoms, full armor across the board here. And Texas A&M, once again, just that puggy SMG style until they have to switch up.
Yeah, or mostly until they got the money to switch it
up.
Just going to rebuy these up this round, and you're going to be above 2K, so at least you're looking at that next round rifle, and this is pretty classic for these rounds, for these third rounds of really any half here. Now, will there be another shower stuff here? I feel like this has happened every round at this point.
Shower incident. Every single round, this seems to be the case. These players, it's fighting over that ultimate orb a lot of the time. Once you hear someone try to tag it, immediately it's like, okay, util dump, and there's not really anywhere to go. Once you're in showers, you're kind of committing to that fight, win or lose or draw. You're kind of, you know, there's not really any walking out of there, but a much more measured approach from Waterloo this time around. They are cheating over toward that A site, still trying to figure out what they want to do with this middle push, but haven't fully committed anything just yet. They do have now under just 1 minute to make this play, though.
And a lot of utility already burnt, too. Avex, no dog left, only 1 flash in the pocket right now, but the main thing here is the time. Waterloo, they've got the better weaponry, but you give Dini enough time to get on a flank with this stinger, and you are going to be 2 players down if you don't react quick enough.
Just want to tell him push.
He's just waiting for some kind of intel here. Havex finds the first pick of the round there onto Dill. Dill's already tagged up, and now A-Site is a go. but they do not know about Dini.
One day.
Moody's had an idea, but doesn't turn around fast enough. Dini still full health up here. The flash comes through. Havex, good for that kill, but Noble, good for 3. This is a battle of the 3Ks right now. Havex makes it a 4K, make it an ace. Havex gonna find the win there on their first rifle round. An ace for Waterloo. 2-1 now, and Waterloo gonna be in a good position moving in here, but Texas A&M rifles in hand.
Yeah, the only downside for Waterloo, that ace was fantastic. A great play by Havex, but they lost every other rifle they purchased last round, so they should be able to get most of them back. As you can see, light armor, a couple of members are maybe a little bit short on utility, but this Texas A&M side now locked and ready to go. They have that showstopper as well, so this push for Waterloo, they're going to have to be very, very careful how they want to approach.
Yeah, it left Havex with a lot of money, but
yeah,
not a lot spread out throughout the team there. The light armors could actually be a huge detriment in this one. Getting hit by a raise nade and not having that extra 25 health sometimes can hurt a lot. Just that Roomba going to be spammed out there by Thini, and this is the first time I think we've seen 3 players over here towards A, and a quick rotation from KHS as well. I guess you can keep that camera on B, so you're not really too concerned about leaving the Cypher themselves there.
It's kind of like the Ascent, I guess, issue we talked about. B-site, if they have a Cypher, you know, like, okay, we can run through all these cages, all these tripwires, try to find the camera, or we just execute send as many flashes, send the Seekers, send whatever we have to try to get on site here. That Haunt, Orbital Strike through U-Haul as well. Showstopper online is going to find that kill. Havoc's going to fall there. KHS, good for one out of heaven. They're light. Now going to go down. No fade to follow up with those Prowlers. Couple pop shots going through that smoke. Prim is going to be the one to find that kill. Going to be a 4-on-3. Waterloo, though, is going to find that plant. That Molly just being a little bit off target to stop it.
Smoothies, if you're able to grab a good angle here, put Waterloo in a great position. However, you've got to find some kill. There's the one. Thini, good for the trade, and now you've got Dam on this flank as well. Remaining. Prim, no idea about it either. And now these players are just going to be able to stack up on this bomb, run down that Brimstone, still to finish off the round here. And Texas A&M, once again, coming in from map 2, looking very, very strong today.
Yeah, Havex gets his own ace, and, you know, they pull out the team ace. Show they got a little coordination going on there. See what kind of buy is going to come through for both sides. And no, won't be much of one for Waterloo. See if they're able to get... Okay, TAMU, full rifles, full armor across the board here. They did have to use that showstopper. They did find a kill with it, though. They got those Seekers, and they got that Orbital Strike from Waterloo. Now it's going to be a whole lot of Sheriffs and Stingers. This is one of those rounds. Brimstim, Shower, 4-stack, and you live with the result of how many kills you're going to get out of it.
Yeah, honestly, you know, with what you have, it's not the worst plan. You do see that Brim actually over towards
Showstopper, Brimstim.
Brim's over towards that B side, which is where Texas A&M has put 3 players for the first time this entire game, just absolutely calling out Waterloo.
Cypher on A now. They flip. Wow, that's actually unironically I'm not sure if they meant to or not, but a great call, yeah. And they switch sites perfectly. Make a great read on Waterloo. Neural Theft now going to come online. This should be another round pretty much in the bag here for TAMU. Once they're able to close things out, that second scan on Prim and U-Haul. KHS trying to find the timing. Just going to have to play off, though. Prim can find 1 or 2 of these taps, but still in a very, very difficult place.
And Dam has found the spike over towards spawn as well.
Yeah,
this raise from Waterloo is about to get pinched on Smoothies. You gotta look behind you as well. Damn. About to find an easy kill in the bat there. Noble on the other side of the map as well is able to find the other one. And this A&M back to a huge lead here to start.
Yeah, Waterloo, that was, honestly, if you're Waterloo, that has to feel so bad the way that round went. You thought you had the great read. They played Cypher on B the first 4 rounds. The second you decide to finally make your switch, Texas A&M goes, you know, guys, I think maybe they're going to, you know, try to go on A this time. You completely flip all your utility. Basically read it like a book, whether you meant to or not. And now Waterloo, they do have a couple ultimates, some impactful ones as well. Ty, though, I'll say, someone bless him with a rifle. The rifle is going to be there still. 10 rifles in the game here. Armor advantage is going to go in favor, but look at that early swing from Texas A&M. Not something they've done too often, but that's why it can work so well when you finally decide to play that card.
And I mean, you throw a Sky Flash in the mix there, it's going to be tough for any of these Waterloo players to try to deal with that double swing, especially when it's only one person there. Prim tagged down by a grenade and Noble to finish it off. Waterloo now 2 players down. Texas A&M is just picking up kills left and right here. Kai and Light to be the only ones left.
Remaining.
Noble down to 11 health, but Dini picks up a kill on the other side of the map, and Kai stuck with the bomb, stuck as Brimstone. Can't really make any kind of play here.
Yeah, you hate to call for a save with 52 seconds. He's probably going to try to find at least 1 or 2 kills at this point. You don't want to just give away rounds. You want to at least try to make some kind of statement, but this is going to be very difficult. Texas A&M, they'd love to get the flawless, and they will do just that. Team Ace to flawless. They take out Waterloo. They have a 5-1 lead. Defense on Bind as well. Not typically something we see the defending team have such a strong start.
Yeah, I feel like the big thing was the eco rounds or those pistol rounds to start. I think a lot of the times those can go to the attacking team very easily.
Yeah.
Texas A&M, however, absolutely rolled those rounds, and now look at where we're at.
Yeah, and they've made it very, very expensive as well. Every single round, every round, the one round they won, they got 4 of their rifles taken away, and a bunch of the other rounds as well. Even the rounds they were finding a little bit of success here and there, those rifles always seem to find a way hitting the floor at the end of that round. Now they're going to try to, get that half buy, send a couple of those stingers, and maybe try to make some kind of Brimstim play. See if it gets red, though. Again, TAMU have a very, very strong defensive comp. Cypher and Viper are such a difficult duo to try to crack on defense.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting spotted out by tripwires. You got to worry about the tripwires. You're worrying about a camera as well.
Look at Damn.
Then you got to worry about being halved by that decay as well. Damn.
They sent the dog to fake them because they used the dog.
They don't know it's Damn in that teleporter right there. Damn finds 2.
What a play.
Shooting the players in the back there. Kai gonna get sprayed down for Dam's 3rd. Damn still has not been touched. Untouched this round, but Avex with a great shot towards the head. Dill traded that one out, and Prim just a sitting duck towards mid as Noble is able to finish that one off, and Texas A&M looking to roll the second map as well.
That was a rather large-brained play from the side of Texas A&M. They send Dam into the TP before the round. They couldn't hear it. They didn't know he was in there. You send the Trailblazer. Once it runs out of the door, they go, okay, TP is clear. The dog came through. We are all good. Door opens up one more time. 2 free kills, basically setting up that round in Texas A&M's favor. Now off to this 6-1 start, and we talked about it last round too. Bind usually going to favor these offensive players, especially jumping onto that A site, trying to cause a lot of havoc. But Texas A&M has just read everything so beautifully. There seems to be not many holes in this defense, to kind of punch through.
Yeah, like they've just been playing such a solid defensive side, and a lot of it comes down to winning their ones as well. Don't get me wrong, there's been some great 2-man plays. I'm looking at Dini setting up just about everyone with that Sky Flash there, but look at this Viper as well. You cannot push onto that site for 10-20 seconds just based off ability. Damn sprays one down through there as well. Prim gonna get caught out, and Texas A&M back to a super favorable round once again.
Yeah, and that's the tricky thing too. Using that Nightfall, the Fade ultimate, so powerful, especially if you can combo with the Prowlers. But if that Nightfall gets popped and you get delayed by a couple of Snake Bites, you're basically deleting the Fade ultimate out of the round with simple utility. You're not really able to follow up and find those early picks that you kind of need to open up the site. And then you're just walking into the teeth of the defense, trying to find any way to crack through. But now, 5v2, low HP and a couple A&M members, but very difficult play nonetheless. Light, that life orb, that wall going to go up rather. Has the haunt, has a seize, but going to be hard for that spike left. Also. Not in a great spot.
I mean, you've still got Thenie and Smoothies who haven't even been a part of this round just yet here. Now they're going to make this rotate over, but
I think they know where he is.
They know where the spike is as well. They know where they have to make the play. Smoothie shuts down Noble right out of the TP. KHS, though, takes the time to make that kill onto Light, and now it's just Smoothies left. Gonna have to save this one out. Hopefully bring the Vandal towards that next round and not get chased down by the end, but Texas A&M just and another one to the book.
That was like a 3D movie jump scare. Noble came flying in there, 100 miles an hour into hookah, but not able to find that kill. But Texas A&M, 7-1 start on Bind. They took that first map, 13-9 on Ascent. Waterloo, they made it super competitive toward the back half of that game. I thought maybe some of that momentum would carry over here to Bind, but if you look at the scoreboard, you look at the economy, you look at kind of the state of the game as things stand out right now, Texas A&M dominating, especially in that economy as well. They have so much money, and it's going to be another force out of Waterloo, and that's the tricky thing. They have to kind of commit to the force, but you can't really get a full force, and now you have Dam sitting in this Viper pit, basically taking off part of the map.
Yeah, you've essentially just nullified this entire B-long side. It's going to be tough for Kai to try and make that push. Feeny with an early pick as well. Huge showstopper from Noble. 2 players down now. And Waterloo back to basics here, back to just sitting in mid and waiting for when Texas A&M is just going to find their picks. Because they have been on point with the shots today. Not to mention just the teamwork as well. Just everyone, the trades, everything has been working so well. Noble picks up a 4K there in a flawless round. Absolute murder of a series right now. Texas A&M is feeling hot after yesterday.
Yeah, Waterloo, they haven't had the weapons to kind of do anything, but they haven't used any of these ultimates in any way, shape, or form. You have to try to start to crack this armor at some point. I mean, look at the scoreboard. 8-1. Look at the weapons and look at the cash. Yes, Waterloo have all these ultimates. They don't really have the weapons to kind of make the plays they want off of them, but we're at round 9 out of 12 in the first half. They're kind of running out of time to try to find these plays, and hey, Bind on defense, you're praying you somehow get this to 8-4, because otherwise, it's going to be a very, very tough comeback.
I mean, yeah, like, there's the possibility of 11-1 right now.
Yeah,
That's
very real.
The big kicker here. Noble and KHS making that possibility look more like a certainty in the future. Light going to be on the left there. Noble winning that gunfight every day of the week. Smoothies and Havex to finally grab some kills back. And a 3v2 with ultimates available.
With
Showstopper as well as Seekers. But Havex down. Can't heal yourself as Sky. Smoothies to find one. Smoothies to find a second into Hookah. Feeny and Smoothies down to the 1v1. Showstopper popped. And the plant is going to be down onto B.
I still don't think I understand the paint shell range. I thought for sure, I think whoever that was thought it was safe too. I thought for sure that was a safe spot to sit, but
yeah, I thought he looked fine.
That's what, and even he's like, oh, I should be completely fine. You're like, oh, I'm actually like, oh, I'm dead now. But 1v1, full HP in both these members. That paint shell back online for Waterloo. Feeny, very high DPI, but it's all in the timing here. Oh, he's flashing the wrong side though. He's not gonna be in long. Feeny, take a guess here. Second flash goes through. It's all in the guessing, though. It's all in the timing. He does get the timing. The paint shell, though, there to delay just enough. And beautiful job by Smoothies just to play this time. Realize Feeny has no choice but to try to stick this one out. He's going to get the half. Not going to be able to find that kill, though. Beautiful timing from Smoothies. Gets his 4th kill of the round. Keeps Waterloo alive somehow in this game.
8-2 now. Going to give them a nice little boost to the economy, but Texas A&M unfazed. Everyone just bought out from 9K right there.
Yeah, I mean, look at 18-5 on Noble. Damn, 12-3.
Jeez. Yeah, nobody on this team even hit double-digit deaths so far. Waterloo gonna have an uphill battle, but it all starts with one. You found your 2nd round win, but you're just praying you can take it to that 8-4. Gotta have the confidence to do it, though.
Honestly, that was like a must-win for the game. If they lost that, it'd be 9-1. They would have been broke as a joke. It would have been 10-1 probably immediately after. So that was a very large round for them. Feeny repping this pop flash. Trailblazers and going first at Rimstim. Orbital strike as well, trying to cut off that rotation. Feeny, he's going to swing it, find the kill. Traded out by Kai right away. Grim over here in Showers. We're going to see that split push once again in the 4v4. Waterloo does have that Viper pit, but Texas A&M, that orbital strike, so deadly, especially over near on that A site. But both these teams, a couple of picks and then a lot more measured approach.
Waterloo finally getting a lot of these trades just confirmed after the fact, however. Coming in, taking down Feeny. At least keeping the numbers even. That's been a big one for Waterloo, is they're always pushing with lower numbers. Now, finally evened out, find their way onto A site. Double blast pack burned. There is a Cypher with an off-chilling on this site. You can find one, but there's the trade to come through. This is what I'm talking about.
There's the pit.
At least you're consistent on those right now. Viper's pick comes down too.
Yeah, the orbital strike was used to try to zone off. Now the pit is here. Prim,
30 seconds.
just outside of that molly range, finds the plant now. Who will find the timing in the Viper pit? Smoothies, first kill over onto Dill. 3v2 for Waterloo. They have that pit still online as well. A couple of snake bites splitting the sticks there. Noble finds the kill onto Prim. Hit down. Now 2v2. Low health on this raise as well. Light finding that kill over onto Prim. or on a dam rather. The Prowler getting sent out the raise. The paint shells. Noble getting tagged down to, it looks like maybe 2 or 3 HP. Yeah, this is a very good setup for Waterloo. The Haunt goes through. They should be able to find this kill momentarily. It's just all in the util dump. Waterloo, though, staying alive. 8-3 going into the last round of the half here.
Finally getting those trades online.
Ooh, didn't get the off.
Finally being able to get even just a plant down before you're left to one person.
Yeah,
and
a nice note to finally have something at least.
Texas A&M now looking to try and take this 9-3. Very, very solid half from them, regardless of how this ends.
Yeah.
At least another 8-4 on the horizon. Whereas Waterloo, very pivotal round for them. I mean, we talk about the 9-3 curse, but you can't really bank on it. You definitely want to finish this one out. Light, looks like they're going to go for another one of these showers plays. Haven't seen this, at least since those first few rounds of the game. They've got KHS for some intel. He definitely spotted out those two.
Yeah, 9-3 is all funny when you look at the scoreboard. Not when you're in-game down 9-3. Noble picks up one, but like you talked about, the trades are coming through for Waterloo, and they get down to 1 HP KHS. Couple of trades back and forth. The Seekers do go out. Waterloo, though, falling apart. Feeny doing a great job to kind of take that early aggression. Find a few of those frags. Now TAMU, they have the Neural Theft. They have Brimstone. They have the Sky. This is definitely good for a defensive setup. Still seeing if he can wait for this Showers push to come through. See what Waterloo's able to pull off in this two-man game.
Gonna come down to Dill versus Smoothies here.
Oh, that
Dill in hand actually gets caught by that Neural Theft too, so Dill's got the idea of where he's gonna be. Was he pushed right past U-Haul there, but I like how he's just playing calm,
wait
cool,
for the
and
3v2, yeah.
with this Judge too.
Oh no.
Wait, Judge Gordy in the inventory, by the way.
Oh, Giga Chad loadout. Judge, though, good for that first kill. And there's that second one. Beautiful job from A&M to, make sure they group up. They're going to end up taking that 9-3. And Judge has to be, like, if anywhere in the game, Judge in U-Haul has to be the most deadly thing in all of Valorant.
Yeah. Just Judge on Bind.
Yeah. Oh, a little extracurricular there. KHS going to fall out there, but it is halftime. Not going to matter too much there. Waterloo down 9-3 to start that attacking side on Bind now. They're going to take their defensive talents over, see if they can flip the script here and get back in this game. Although, just like last game on Ascent, if Texas A&M can take Pistol, maybe take that second round, all of a sudden it's 11-3, and man, at that point, you just need one for every 5-6 rounds and you're walking away with the dub.
Yeah, kind of a similar situation as last game where Waterloo staring down 6-7 plus rounds here, depending on how this pistol round ends up, and it's a taxer on the mental as well, staring down a lead like that. It's hard to come back. We saw Waterloo. They have the facilities to make those comebacks. We saw it last game. They were just short of it, but now you're able to start this comeback just a little bit early. Havex to find the first one. Havex not going to find two. Kai to finish that one off with the Frenzy. A great aggressive play to start this pistol round. Amu now has to push towards this B site. Noble finds that headshot, but not the cleanest one at that. Still going to get this plant down. Waterloo still a player up. The rotations start to come through.
Ooh, nice paint shell. I love that play from Waterloo, though. I love Havex taking that flash, running through showers, grabbing the ultimate orb, definitely catching TAMU on surprise there, finding a couple of frags.
Yeah, you had the TP from Kai as
exactly.
well,
Yeah, it was just super. I love it. When you're down like this, I love to see aggressive plays like that. Like, yes, is it risky, but the reward can be so damn high. And just like that on Pistol, finding a lot of these kills. Not going up there, all on Noble here, not going to be able to find it. Kai finding that kill on the Pistol, Waterloo. They're going to find the defuse, and they're going to push this one to 9-4.
Finally finding that fourth round that they were robbed of at the end of the half, but Waterloo looking like they can't find a fifth as well. We saw how easy it was for Texas A&M to be able to take a couple Spectres, a Stinger, and just roll this second round. It looks like Waterloo just going to try that exact same strategy there. No Stingers in hand, actually.
Must not have got the memo. Spectre still saw up, but the Stinger just feels something about the way it feels right now. The way it feels right now, it just, indescribable joy when you find those headshots from...
And for what, like 650 creds less as well?
Yeah, and from some distances that some would call questionable as well, but that is the state of the game right now. These Spectres going to be the weapon of choice here. KHS, really camera down mid. Going to fall out there, so that camera off the map now for a little while. See what kind of aggression Texas A&M wants to push here. Looks like it's going to be that B stack, but shoulder to shoulder, they're going to trade Sky Flash. That early push from Waterloo, actually pushing in front of the flash, but Noble, I believe he got a good old-fashioned double right click to the head. Now he has a Spectre in his hand as well, and TAMU actually has sight control whether they know it or not.
Yeah, Paint Shell's going to stall out Light and the gang for just a little bit longer. But this will be big for the Spectre. The one Spectre from Noble. He's going to have to play this to a T. Takes down one, dinks another. KHS to find a kill with a Stinger there to finish that one off. Thrifty round comes through. Texas A&M has hit double digits. They are so close to 2-0 in the series.
And that's going to hurt Waterloo immensely. That put a lot of money in the back pockets of Texas A&M. Now you can see the Odin, the full armor. Now you can see these rifles, KHS. You always got to have one on the judge. Maybe going to keep that Spectre as I'm playing Viper especially. You're not really, you know, every engagement you should take as Viper should be a close range one. Smoothies debating on if he wants to go Bucky, Judge, Shorty, Stinger. What are we thinking here? Looks like a couple Shorties. I'll say definitely not a knife from Light, but this Waterloo side you can see just down bad.
KHS, Judge on attack, taking that Dazzler strategy here. It's going to be Cypher with the Judge. Wonder if he's got a controller in hand.
With a blast pack there.
Just clicks W, finds a kill. Finally gets shut down, but not after Dam is able to find a kill off of his push there. I never thought I'd see a Cypher entry through a Viper wall with a Judge and find a kill off of it.
It looked at the floor. I think he was either waiting. It looked like he was trying to set up a blast pack maybe, or waiting for this stim to come in too. He was like, hey guys, I'm trying to entry here. But after all the dust settles here, we do have this 3v3. Texas A&M played a very aggressive hand, but honestly, when you have this kind of lead, throwing a lot of these, not necessarily random plays, but trying to catch Waterloo off guard, it end up being so good for you. Maybe that slow walk B, maybe trying to catch Waterloo on that slow rotation to A, but a couple members still hunkered down here waiting for this push.
One chilling in hookah. You've got that Brim. Got Noble and Dam here.
Look at the guns,
Wall
though.
still available. Pops that Poison Orb. At these shotguns waiting on site. Look at Light there in the tube. Light's going to get shut down, though. Noble's good for 2 headshots there. And it's all left to Kai from Waterloo. Judge in hand. Pick that up off of KHS. But it looks like 11 might be on the docket here for Texas A&M. Kai's going to have to make a miracle play up against a Phantom here, and it's just not going to happen with only that Classic and only that Judge. Noble for a 3K.
Yeah, Texas A&M now starting to seize control of this second map here. 11-4 Waterloo. Backs against the wall. They will be able to put together that full buy. Maybe not full armor across the board. No, those utility charges going to be in the way. Light probably going to have, okay, going to go full armor. I'm not sure if he's going to have 2 Prowlers this round or not, but this Texas A&M side, they are armed and dangerous. That Showstopper is ready to go. They are in full control of this game as well. If they're able to take this round, this would pretty much spell the end of days for Waterloo here on Bind.
Yeah, one more round, hit that match point, and then that's even a farther comeback than the 12-5 we were looking at last game. Waterloo, you've really got one round to keep yourself in the game here. When you finally have this even weaponry up and running as well. Noble trying to pre-fire any of these angles, looking possibly to set up a blast pack here.
Showstopper angle, maybe.
Huge showstopper angle. Shut down in the air, but Thenie and Dam close that one out. 2 kills for 1, and Texas A&M back onto the site, back with numbers advantage.
I will say that is the one really good thing about Raze. It is the ultimate distraction tactic as well. Neural Theft going to come online. Even though he finds no kills with the Showstopper, he basically baits a 2-for-1 out of it, so still a net positive. That Neural Theft tagging up these Waterloo members. They're both stuck in Hall here. Trying to see what's left. 88 health on Prim. Smoothies, though, good for 1 on KHS, but Brimstone post plant, you know he's playing lineup Larry more than likely. Just going to sit back, wait for these Waterloo members to try to make a play here. The timing's going to be everything. 8 HP on Prim. Smoothies goes down. Prim, good for that second one. The Molly, though, and the Molly's going to do it. Prim just didn't stand outside. Honestly, though, Dill. Oh, and Dill's going to have a nice little laugh about that one. All the way over onto match point.
How can you not laugh about that?
Listen, no, you got to have a good chuckle about that one. Hey, you're up 12-4. You're about to be up 2-0 in this series as well. The buy for Waterloo. Judges, Spectres, whatever they can scrape together here. That side of Texas A&M, though, Operator. Rifles on the board. Heavy armor across the board. And if they can get an ultimate orb, Dam is going to get that Viper Pit as well.
I don't think I've seen KHS buy a rifle all half. Like, I think this
He's chilling, man.
He's been judge, stinger, like, operator.
Fiscally responsible.
Yeah,
Cypher.
Of course, of course.
Booties, though. First blood with the Spectre as well, so that's definitely what Waterloo needed to open up this round. They do have some of those ultimates as well, but as we said, I mean, 12-4, every round is a you gotta have it round.
Pretty much, yeah. And you burn too much this round, and you just setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a double-edged sword at the same time. If you don't burn that, will you win this round? The very, very tough position to be in on match point there.
I like the entry Cypher op.
Yeah,
After
hold this
the entry
angle,
Cypher.
sit in cubby and just wait. Obviously, one player in U-Haul here. Prim with a snake bite, gonna get
Nice
flashed out,
flash.
gonna get picked as well. Numbers now evened out. Viper Pit also down. Dam's gonna place that into U-Haul, waiting on 2 players to rotate. Other 2 players chilling in shower.
Oh, showstopper.
Dam's half out there. He's gonna soak that entire showstopper. I think that hit him literally in the body.
Yeah.
Or close enough, as 4 players left here from Waterloo.
And there it is.
They've shut down the plant. KHS, the fadeaway off
One
shot
for the
into
road.
TP.
30 seconds
Sent them
left.
packing, one on the road there. Takes that TP, though, and Texas A&M. They rotate back over to A, though. Ringer on the Rosie with Waterloo. Oh, my goodness. The play's going to work. Waterloo just now catching on to their tactics. They're going to find the plant. A beautiful job to get the fake out. Now they find the plant, and they're going to have some time to set up as well. Waterloo, 3v3, though. This is anyone's round to take.
This has been a
The judge.
circle of light here in the round. They made it all the way back to this A site. Bike finally planted. Thini.
Kai wins this in a
I don't think
heartbeat.
Thini gets aggressive here and tries to push us. Thini goes down with the spike here unless someone pushes him.
Thini's going down to the judge if he swings at the wrong time. There goes Kai and the judge. But the operator on Dill, the operator gets changed hands. Orbital strike now going to come through as well. All into this 1v1. Texas A&M, can they play time? It's still on the operator. He's going to have to stick this. The half's going to be good. The operator going to be just a little bit better, though. And Texas A&M, they improve on their 13-9 ascent win. They dominate Bind 13-4 fashion. Waterloo back against the wall. They are up against the ropes right now. Texas A&M looking for that knockout punch in map 3.
Yeah, what a game. Texas A&M shutting down Waterloo, not giving them that 5-round streak, and actually getting a super dominant victory this time. And moving on towards this next map, I actually forget whose map pick Bind was. If we could take a look at that for a second as well. Okay, so it was Texas A&M's pick. Makes a lot more sense. Now we're moving into Icebox. We haven't seen Icebox in a good while here in College Valorant. So it's going to be interesting to come in. Will Texas A&M come in once again on a Waterloo map pick, absolutely destroy it and take the 3-0? Or will Waterloo find their bearings in this one and bring it back, bring the series back 2-1, possibly take us to that Game 5 freeze? We're going to have to see next map on Icebox.
Yeah.
Players waiting to try and get this defuse off. AHS tap down, now down to a 1v1. Damn.
Both one-shot kill.
All in your hand. Technically, yes. Prim, you do got to hit those headshots, though.
Oh.
Damn, it comes through. Hits that running shot. Running headshot as well, and is going to find this defuse. Full health up here. The flash comes through. Havex, good for that kill, but Noble, good for 3. This is a battle of the 3Ks right now. Havex makes it a 4K. Make it an ace. Havex gonna find the win there on their first rifle round, and they know where the spike is as well. They know where they have to make the play. Smoothie shuts down Noble right out of the TP offer as well as Seekers, but Havex down, can't heal yourself as Sky. Smoothies to find one, Smoothies to find a second into Hookah. Thini and Smoothie with this Judge too.
Oh no.
Wait, Judge Gordy in the inventory, by the way.
Oh, Giga Chad loadout. Judge, though, good for that first kill. And there's that second one. Beautiful job from A&M to, make sure they group up. They're going to end up taking
now. You're able to start this comeback just a little bit early. Havex to find the first one. Havex gonna find 2. Kai to finish that paint shell is going to stall out Light and the gang for just a little bit longer. But this will be big for the Spectre. The one Spectre from Noble. He's going to have to play this to a T. Takes down one, dinks another. KHS to find a kill with a stinger there to finish that one off. thrifty round comes through.
Waterloo members to try to make a play here. The timing's going to be everything. 8 HP on Prim. Smoothies goes down. Prim, good for that second one. The Molly, though, and the Molly's going to do it. Prim just didn't stand outside. Honestly, though,
my
Dill.
God.
Oh, and Dill's going to have a nice little laugh about that one. All the way over onto Showstopper.
Tap out there is going to soak that entire Showstopper. I think that hit him literally in the body.
Yeah.
Or close enough, as 4 players left here from Waterloo.
And there it is.
They've shut down the plant. KHS, the fadeaway off
One
shot
for the
into
road. Kai wins this in a
I don't think
heartbeat.
Dini gets aggressive here and tries to push us. Dini goes down with the spike here unless someone pushes him.
He's going down to the judge if he swings at the wrong time. There goes Kai and the judge. But the operator on Dill, the operator gets changed hands. Orbital strike now going to come through as well. All into this 1v1. Texas A&M, can they play time? It's still on the operator. He's going to have to stick this. The half's going to be good. The operator going to be just a little bit better, though. In Texas A&M, they...
series point here for Texas A&M. Moving on to map 3, Icebox. You can see Dill hovering that Reyna, actually. That's a spicy pick, to say the least. And luckily, coming into a map like Icebox, which doesn't get played a lot and is very different from a lot of these other maps, we get to see some new agents coming in. We're seeing a Harbor Hover here. We've seen Sage, you know, pretty often before on stuff like Haven, occasionally on Bind.
Yeah.
Breeze as well has been one that I've seen the Sage on, but now going to be whipped out on Icebox there. Great for any kind of execute, A or B. That Sage wall comes in handy so often. Not to mention the Vipers keep coming down. Killjoys, the usual. Would love to see Dam pick this Harbor, though. Was hovering it.
Yeah, they hovered the Yoru, too. And Yoru, I'm not going to lie, Yoru has actually, like, been oppressive the last little while. If people know how to, like, use that character, it's actually... Because it's more of a mental game than a physical one, too. It's just so much going on to try to worry about. But looks like we're going to see probably that standard Icebox comp. I'm fully expecting this Viper and this KJ to get locked in. We might see the Reyna get locked in. There's definitely a world. Reyna has been seeing a lot more play, right? With the updates on her flashes and how some of her kit works. She's been seeing a lot more play. And I was going to say Icebox, maybe not necessarily the most common map for her, but we've been seeing her a ton on Pearl. I think we've been seeing her a good amount on Haven as well. So Reyna has been making definitely a comeback in the duelist ranks. And yeah, we are going to see the KJ get locked in. So going to see a little bit of a wrinkle between these two teams, but similar comps nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, the Reyna comes through, whereas it's going to be Waterloo with that Sage in tow. Smoothie's going to be taking that role.
And again, starting on attack as well. Sage, great for the default plant, but Reyna, so good to start executing on these sites. So, and I mean, Dill, he's been playing well, so maybe they're like, hey, you know, take the duelist.
That's true. There's also no flashes in this game except for that Reyna Lear. So, I mean, I guess technically more of a blind.
Not a lot of
flash,
smokes either,
yeah.
Right? We'll actually be able to see what's going on this game.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 Vipers in the game.
Yeah.
Choose your words carefully, but...
Well, wait till the Viper Astromed is back, and then we just actually can't see anything the entire round.
Yeah, Astra... 5-star Astra was an interesting thing, to say the least.
5-star double divide, double pit. Have fun.
Texas A&M starting on attack. You see them grouping up around this A side. In my opinion, the easiest site to attack in the game. A site on Icebox is so free unless you just get absolutely cleared out by some piece of utility.
Yeah, and B is a lot more like reliant on a couple of those like long range fights. Like if you lose that early pick, kind of peeking into the backside of A, where it looks like Havex is sitting just like that, all of a sudden this A push becomes very difficult. Now Spike's going to be down. They're going to burn that early wall to try to, you know, get that off angle. But early pick for Waterloo, 5v4 Texas A&M. Basically, you're just going to W key, essentially try to win these coin flip sheriff fights. A couple shots going in there. No kills for Waterloo, or no kills for A&M just done yet.
Yeah, Havex gonna get topped up as well from Smoothies. That's a big benefit to having the Sage there, especially on something like the pistol round where every piece of damage counts.
And after her healing update too, 30 or like 60 to 100 or whatever it is for other players, yeah, so.
Yeah, full health. Now, Waterloo can just sit, take it slow. You see Texas A&M, their Jet still sitting over towards this site here. I believe it's Noble there on the Jet once again. Than that.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Could be a tough angle, but Noble actually kind of have that first shot whiffed on him. Is going to kill Havex, but the trade comes through from Kai. Now, at least this Texas A&M team can kind of start pushing towards this B side. They know there's still 2 on A.
Oh, damn. Great flank over on Prim. And now, just like that, 3v3 Spike, though, still has to get planted on this B side. But A&M does have control of this B site. A couple of these members playing on backside. Kai going to get hit with that decay there. Seeing if they can find anything underneath tube here, but Texas A&M is going to find that plant. Very methodical pistol round from both sides. Very slow.
Yeah, waiting for this smoke to fade here, but Texas A&M stalling a lot of time in the long run. Kai finds another one, couple taps from Light. Is going to chunk down KHS. KHS can kind of just move towards that B main area. And now they're going to have to wait for the push. Smoothies is going to fall. Kai finds one. KHS for the trade, and it's all up to Kai in the end here. This is going to be an easy stick for him after that Viper smoke screen goes up. There's the 4K in the second round there, in the pistol round for Waterloo. Or Kai, a player who hadn't really made too many waves in these previous games, but it's going to come through absolutely clutch for Waterloo there.
Yeah, we saw some of the utility members of Waterloo kind of struggle a little bit last time on Bind, so they want to get everybody back on that same page, get everybody working together, especially on Icebox. It requires a whole lot of coordination. Yes, you can go out and make these solo plays, but there's a lot less room to kind of be that hero. You need a lot more set strategy, a lot more set execution. Texas A&M can take this round back from Waterloo. Early line up there, trying to see what they can get. And what they're going to get is Havex with first blood for the second round in a row.
God, these picks from Havex are... They're going to start adding up. The rounds are going to start adding up if you keep letting yourself get picked off like that. Especially from the same angle. It gets to the point where you got to just check it. Also got a Marshall on this opposing side. Is going to whip on Light there. Great little spot out from Light. Now they've got some intel where a Marshall is going to be at least. Light's waiting for this push. KHS will not be ready for this. Light comes out. It's going to take a nice flick for KHS to hit that one. But Texas A&M cannot really push onto this A site until they have Theny rotate over with this spike.
That's just so tricky. They can take all the space they want, but that spike can't go down right away. Damn. Once again, trying to find kills on that backside, though. Gonna make it a 4v4. Recon dart. Just gonna get a little bit of value out there. Maybe send those shock darts out. Try to get some chip damage before the round starts here. Ooh, the Viper wall. Damn, perfectly timed. We also have Havex sitting at half HP as well. Or actually ended up getting taken out earlier. Waterloo, though, now falling apart over on this A site. Texas A&M finally commit to a push. Now all on Prim. Try to make heads or tails. Marshall shot not going to be good quite yet. Trying to see what he can find on that Spectre. It's going to be very, very difficult. Not going to be able to find anything, though. KHS on the Spectre finds the kill. And Texas A&M evens things up.
Find that second round pretty much just with that Marshall buy. They didn't really have much else in terms of weaponry, and it's able to come through, able to get a few picks on site there. And I mean, once that spike rotated over, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Texas A&M is in there and finding kills. They're not even concerned about things like Viper walls, which I think is it's a very risky way to play, but it shows that you're confident in your ability.
Yeah.
And it shows that you're confident in, you know where they're going to be.
Yeah.
You know where they're hiding on site at this point. 2 rounds in, and you've already found that out. Now, setup looks to be towards B this time, at least for the beginning.
Having confidence in those peaks, being first, not necessarily always the best thing, but in Valorant, being first can get you such a huge edge. Dill finding first blood there with that Vandal now. Looks like it should be a pretty hard execute from A&M. Yeah, now it's 5v3. I fully expect them to flood over onto this site, try to find these frags, get this bomb down. Airy spray, though, not going to be enough. Going to fall to that classic. But Dam and Dill picking up a pair with each other there. Now, Spike. Fake plant is going to come through. That shock dart was money. Vandal going to finish things off, and A&M puts together a couple rifles, and they put together an easy round as well.
Yeah, you throw Vandal onto the Reyna, she finds the first
go.
pick, and the rest of the round is pretty well swept through from there. Texas A&M finds their second now. We're going to have some even buys to come through, but Light has no cash for anything.
That is down bad. Classic full. Oh,
waiting for the buy to come through, waiting for the drop. I guess there was one on the ground there and spawn
must have
or
been,
something.
yeah, he must have bought it and dropped it or something. I was going to say $0 light full armor. I mean, it's down tremendously. Operator, though, for KHS, too, so really Texas A&M now. Maybe they've had enough of Havex in that back corner. Looks like KHS trying to take matters into his own hands here.
Yeah, has the operator in, and is just going to be playing this angle. Has played this angle with even just a Sheriff or a Marshal for these past few rounds. Moody's is going to find one on the other side of the map there as we're over towards mid. Actually, Havex for 2. Noble with a trade, but Noble dangerously low, and it's just down to Noble and KHS here. Up Vandal in hand, but not the strongest start to the round. Noble's going to fall as well. KHS picked off in the back. Can they grab the operator, though? Will they be able to bring it towards that next round is the question. Check that one out. Doesn't look like they grabbed it, actually.
Yeah, not going to be definitely something you'd like to get, especially, you know, playing on that defensive side. It can help you set up some of those long angles. I'm sure Havex would have loved to have had that operator, but he does have that Blade Storm. They had that Viper Pit as well, and that was a very expensive round for A&M, even though they're able to still put together another buy. That's a lot of money you took out of their accounts, and Texas A&M, we've seen these early leads the last 2 maps. They snowball them hardcore. So for Waterloo to kind of get ahead of the 8 ball here and try, you know, put a stop to that momentum before it can really start to bite them is definitely helpful.
Yeah, the fact that we're even sitting at 2 here is crazy after those last 2 maps. Waterloo, showing why this is our map pick. Definitely showing that they're very comfortable on the map. Texas A&M still sometimes just winning out those gunfights, even with lower weaponry on some of these rounds. See what they can do now with this buy in hand. There's Prim to take down Feeny on the plant. Blade Storm, looks like all those blades are gonna whiff. Prim finds a second. Prim gonna get shut down by Dill. That is a big shock dart. Havex to finish that one off, reset those knives as well. Havex sitting back towards Snowman is gonna get that heal up to back to 100. It's all up to Dill and KHS. Luckily, you've got Arena here in this 1v4. It's the one character you want in that situation. Not gonna get the dismiss off though, and Light finishes off that kill.
Yeah, Reyna's that one character. You know it's 4v1. Once that first person dies, it's okay. We have to 3v1 here because we know what's about to happen to us. Waterloo, though, now starting to put themselves in the driver's seat. This might be the first lead they've had of the series. Genuinely. They might have won pistol on the first map, but might be their first lead of the series. Took two in a little bit of a game.
No, they didn't win pistol until second half.
Then, yeah.
Combined, so yeah.
Waterloo, first lead of the game. Now Havex is going to be on that operator. They do finally have those full rifles, that full armor. They finally have the economy advantage, and now maybe they can look to start to snowball this game in their own way. Look at Noble, though.
Off is waiting for Prim to try and make some push there, but they're just going to drop that alarm bot and be comfortable with the Killjoy util setup. Hunter's Fury popped out by Texas, and now looks like they're just going to be spotting out this A site.
Operator and Blade Storm both in the same room here. Noble, how aggressive does he want to get trying to find these kills? Oh, the head peek.
Kai's head.
Oh, and he's going to find the forehead. Kai going to fall. Dill also good for one. Good little jump off that zip line as well. You know, maybe he chose to die in midair there, but that jump usually goes across. Noble still has a whole lot of knives in his inventory, though. You can count them up on the screen there. Light gonna send those shots through. Oh, he's gonna whip every single blade, though. Feeny gonna find the trade, but 5 knives going to the wayside there. Waterloo still in this 4v2, though. Texas A&M still sitting pretty on this site. They still have been. Look at Light, though. Beautiful shot on Dill there. KHS working underneath here, though. Good for 2. Texas A&M good to even things up as well. And they should be having an operator in their side as well here.
Yeah, if anyone decided to pick it up there, actually.
They should forget it.
The thing is, too, sometimes a lot of teams on attack don't even
get it
want
out of the game. Yeah,
they would rather just make it be a waste of credits from last round and then keep their rifles and keep being able to flood onto sites, especially if KHS is going to be able to get in here and get close range kills.
Yeah.
He's been the only player who really prefers the op. Even Noble on this jet, I've seen probably 6 games from Noble now, has yet to really buy the op for themselves out of that jet. Like, they'll buy the op, but never uses it for specifically that jet kick purpose.
Fury and Recon Dart going out. Look at Havex. Bucky in tube here. Beautiful job. This would be very, very, very disgusting angle to hold if anyone walks across, though.
A little early on that.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of a warning shot there, but into cloud burst.
Faulty mouse.
Prep that dash. So yeah, just had a button check there. Dill once again finding that entry frag, trying to open things up for A&M here. It's going to be this A execute once again. They should be able to take site control here, although, oh yeah, Havex only with this Bucky, not really going to be able to hold that angle. Texas A&M going to find plant, and now they have that 5v4 edge.
Yeah, and how are you going to retake with this, with just a Bucky
just like
and an
this.
updraft?
Right click
is the question. Dill for a second kill in the round takes out Prim. 2 ultimates from Waterloo now out of the round as well. Spike continues to tick away. Havex picks up a Vandal, finds their 1. Smoothie's good for 1 as well. This is even out now after Smoothies and Havex find a few.
Oh, line up Larry over there, though. Oh, the
nano swarm falls back down into that swarm. And Feeny for 2 in the end, helped out by that Molotov there. And 4 rounds now. Texas A&M takes this lead back, but probably the most competitive game we've seen thus far.
Oh yeah, definitely the most competitive game, and that's such a sad way to end. When you have Killjoy and Viper both alive with utility, you know you're never defusing that spike. It is quite literally impossible, especially Killjoy. You don't even have to look at, you can just sit across the map and just click F or whatever the button is. Okay, Nano Swarm on, you can't defuse now.
Yeah, or it's like you look up in the top, you see like Viper and Brim has the ultimate.
Yeah, I know, like, okay, well this is chalked.
Yeah, you kind of accept the round at that point, but at least you were able to take a couple more guns out of the hands of them. Havex, great kill, and he's out scot-free. Takes a little bit of damage, but not enough to really hurt that much. Noble's going to finally finish them off, but get traded out by Light. Light should be able to upgrade the weapon there as well if he's able to push up for that one. Gonna back off towards the site here. Now down to a 3v4 Waterloo with the advantage.
Yeah, that 2-for-1 for Havex is so worth. Takes that early aggression. They spot him out, land a couple shots early. Able to end up getting 2 down, though. Waterloo having that slight numbers advantage. Weapon advantage still going to be in Texas A&M's favor, though. Damn. Trying to work through middle here. At KJ all alone on B site. Looks like it might be that A preference to Spike, still sitting back toward that attacking side spawn. All going to be in the timing of damn find it. That is a beautiful one-shot. Moody's no
one behind, one
longer
on the flank.
with. That's
Prim.
exactly the one on the flank. Look at Prim. But the timing was so good for Light. That's going to be a Vandal over to Prim. He's going to fall, though. KHS good for 2.
Down A.
Spike, though, between
30
Kai and
left.
KHS. And the timing shots are going to be found. KHS, though, 3rd of the round. That is a massive play. TAMU keeping that 2-round lead, trying to keep this economy of Waterloo down as much as they can. Both these teams, though, we should see a very even buy this round.
Yeah, beautiful movement there from KHS. You see the little micro strafe?
Yeah.
And Kai cannot follow his head. You can't track the head at that
Yeah.
point. You got to be absolutely on the ball to be able to do that. KHS coming through, top frag in the game. 4 ults available for Texas A&M
Yeah,
as well,
wow.
and you've now found yourself a 2-round lead with great economy if you can find this round.
Yeah, usually those Hunter's Fury get reserved for when there is that lockdown, but we've seen a couple of these teams try to use it early, try to find that pick, so not just using it for that counter utility. Recon Ball is going to tag down Havex. That Hunter's Fury, beautiful time to find that dash, but look at the follow, so good on that Hunter's Fury, and Havex has to burn a lot of his utility there just to get away. That Sage Heal, good to top him off, but Texas A&M, maybe they're feeling pretty good about that. See what kind of push they want to go for here, but so far, just holding serve, but looking to entry, and they're looking to entry soon, it looks like.
Everything from Prim set up more towards mid this time, but Texas A&M does not care about the B side at this point. They've lost 1 too many rounds there, that being 1 round there. Now they're okay. Look at the ultimates to start coming through. Viper Pit lockdown as well. They want this plant to come down, but both of these lockdowns trading them
everyone
out.
has to leave the site.
Everyone's just standing out of range here.
And
that attacker one gonna last just a little bit longer, though. Should give Feeny the time to plant this one out. It's gonna be the Owl drone to come out from the Sova. Player's good on site. Feeny, great cover for the teammate there who was tagged out. Gonna find that kill onto Light. Now they can just play this plant, play for that time. Both players gonna be pushing in from the same side. Prim to find that trade onto KHS.
Viper and KJ left alive. That's going to be a little bit tricky to fight through. However, into the 1v1 now. Can they find the kill? Damn, that is such a tricky head glitch to kind of track down there. Beautiful positioning once again by Texas A&M. They take another round here, extending that lead to 6-3. The money, once again, the Waterloo, not going to be looking too strong. Should be able to put together maybe 2 or 3 rifles here, depending how they want to disperse this cash. But Texas A&M going to be able to put together this full buy once again. And you saw last round, both those teams not wanting to give an inch, investing so many of those ultimates. But Texas A&M comes out smelling just a little bit nicer. And now, see what they're able to do with this lead moving forward.
I mean, at this point, Texas A&M should be able to run away with a few more rounds. It's this half in this 10th round now. Dan with the first pick. Avex pops that Blade Storm, waiting for the players to come in, but Waterloo shredded on that B site. One player coming over from A. Light, the only one left here to defend this one out. Light stuck in the 1v5 to hopefully find this 4th round, but gonna play the very tricky ring around the rosy here. Spots out Damn. Damn
can't give himself away though.
Yeah, you can't. You have to try and wait for something, and he sees everyone else on the stream as he peeks out of there, not able to find that one onto Noble. Noble cleans it up for the flawless 7th round secured for Texas A&M in a game that Waterloo had their first lead in finally. Now Texas A&M finding their stride once again. Finding dominant attacking rounds. Keep taking this A site. That's what I'm saying. You can see them just huddling up towards it every single round because it's so easy for the attackers to come through once you bait out that utility.
Yeah, and Texas A&M, the one thing they do so well that not a lot of teams can do well is they pick the perfect time when to flip sites.
Yeah.
You see then, they finally decide to make a heavy mid push. Waterloo, and to their credit, they shouldn't have been ready for it because it hadn't happened all game this time, though. Waterloo now making that small adjustment, ready for possibly that mid push to come through. But A&M basically stealing that round away just off of catching Waterloo on surprise. And now Waterloo maybe found the answer to this round so far. Texas A&M down a member nice and early, but still lots and lots of time to work with.
Yeah, all drone coming out from Waterloo here. Light should be able to spot out Theeny. Not going to be able to hit the dart, but does actually spot out 2. Doesn't stop Theeny from finding a pick, though. Havex gets too aggressive into that Vandal. Going to find themselves on the opposite side of a headshot there as HS and Light right out there with Smoothies. And wow, Waterloo down to the 3v3, but Dam's rotated all the way back over to A. Tossing that setup down with the Viper and can just make it all the way back out here towards Rafters.
Out comes the Empress for Dill, 59 HP though. Gonna be very reliant on this kill to find it. Has 2 of his flashes as well. The kill's gonna be huge, not gonna find it though. Light gonna find that kill, no flashes getting burned in the process. Texas A&M, they're waiting for those snake bites to pop up there, exactly, that life orb and those snake bites. But Dam finds 2 with the spray, they weren't ready for the spam. Picks up a couple of kills, now Prim gets tagged down to 81 HP as well. And it's all in the time, 1 HP in a Dream. Dream not going to be answered there. Texas A&M, that post plant from Dam, so disgusting. And he gets himself the Viper Pit online for this last round as well.
Yeah, 1v3 post plant there from Dam is going to win that one. Yeah, made it look super easy because at first I thought he was just going to wait out the utility, right? You saw the diffuser there, ended up going down to like 40 health, has to move away. Dam just starts spraying through their own Viper wall, finds the kill. All of these players are vulnerable and decayed, taking double damage while they have half their health pool. Just an absolute slaughter from Dam there, finding themselves at 14 and 5 in this game, really holding this TAMU squad together right now. Noble pops the Blade Storm, looking for another quick round to put under their belt, try to make this 9-3 half happen.
Yeah, nice little dodge. Not going to dodge that one, though. Cloudburst goes out. Is going to find the kill on Theeny, though, so massive early round Hunter's Fury, and that's the beautiful thing. Knowing that lockdown wasn't going to be around to do a whole lot, you can just spam that thing away. Avex now going to be good for a kill on a KHS as well. Noble on this Blade Storm. He's going to have to go big and find at least 1. Damn. For that first one, though, maybe this is a site opening they needed. If Noble can cross over here, maybe find some kills. That Viper Pit now going to get invested. Light, though, taking out Noble. That Blade Storm now going to be down. And Damn, down to 78 HP. Viper Pit of his own. So both these teams activating the pit here. It is the last round. Damn, good for 1. Second spray. He's going to get taken out by the Riot RNG on the spray there. It looked like it should have been found. Now we see this defending lockdown going to come into play. This is going to be very, very difficult. There's that res as well. 1v4 for Dill. Has to wait out that lockdown as well. Just a beautifully timed play from Waterloo. Yeah, nothing he can do. Just beautiful execution, not giving him any chances. And Waterloo desperately needed round going into the half.
Yeah, but another 8-4 half ending for Waterloo. And we saw how that worked out for them in those past 2 games there. Now, Waterloo on the attack. Icebox, especially this A site, very attacker-sided site, possibly can do what Texas A&M has been doing and just rack up the rounds on it. Look at that, 6 rounds straight from Texas A&M there after a very close start. And now, only staring down 5 rounds for Texas A&M. Waterloo, much, much longer way to go. We have to see who is going to be on the winning end of this pistol round for Sheriffs for the side of Texas A&M. They're looking for these long angles. Nobody on A.
Yeah, no, they just said, forget that. We're going to play off this middle area, maybe try to set up a flank with those pistols. And the one thing I will say as well, I think that for Smoothies, that Sage maybe didn't get as much value as they were hoping for on that defending side. I'm curious to see how they kind of want to use it now on this attacking side. Because defensively, it felt like they were using the walls and the slows a lot, like really reactionary. They never really like going out and stopping the push of Texas A&M. Prim, though, good for that, you know, peel off that backside, get that first pick now. Plant is going to come through, though, for Waterloo. Now TAMU, they're going to be able to play off this retake. Noble, Dash ready to go, but just going to have to wait that one out. Viper wall going to go up. Sheriff on the back line, though. KHS, good for 1. Prim, still there to trade that one out, though. Still even numbers to finish out this round. KHS trying to spray away to see what he can find, but Apex gets 1.
Whoa, KHS on the Sheriff is absolutely nasty. 3rd in the round, can't finish off Prim.
Look at the health. 1 bullet wins.
This
the wall.
Possible, but the wall stopping their own teammate from making the clutch. There it is. Noble finds that defuse, takes that pistol round. 9-4 for Texas A&M. Prim. Amazing flank at the starting of the game. Was able to capitalize 2 more kills off of it, but cannot finish that one out. Devastating pistol round for Waterloo to lose, and one step closer for Texas A&M's absolute victory in this grand finals.
And when I said I was looking for more Sage value, I did not mean to block the post plant and kind of cuck your teammate out of making that play, but just unlucky. And that's kind of one of the tricky things with that Sage. It's great if you have that wall up, but if things go a little bit south, you kind of just put your teammate in a bind there. See what they can do though, getting gonna have to go out there, trying to find that kill, heal down, and with the Stinger over Marshall from that distance. Prim though, Bulldog gonna be ever so strong. Look at this HP of Waterloo though. These Stingers are going crazy for A&M. Smoothie's good for a couple though with that Sheriff. Now we're into this 2v2 all the time in KHS. Unscopes at the worst possible time. Now we're gonna see this setup. That wall's gonna go down. Plant is gonna come through. 2v1. Can the Battle Stinger pull through for Dini?
Dini able to pick up
Bulldog
that
rather,
Bulldog
actually,
off
yeah.
of, I believe that was Kai's dead body who was going to have that one. Just,
The keyboard works.
yeah, keyboard works. Weird sensor though, keeps doing 360s.
Enemy
Dini's good for 1. Light's good on that trade. The right click from the Bulldog can be devastating, especially on a round where nobody's got full armor. But Light able to clean that one up with the Spectre. Only so much damage needed. That's the 5th round for Waterloo, and a big one at that. Not gonna stop them from any more momentum here. Big thing is just stopping more momentum from Texas A&M now. Look at the buys here from Texas.
Yeah, and if you're Texas A&M now, if you can get 2 kills, you're probably going to call this round a victory. If you can get 3 or more, you're going to call this one a grand-standing success. They're going to go all Sheriffs, 1 on that Marshall for long range, 1 on that Shorty, cover all the distances. They're Noble. Gonna take that early tag, though. That Marshall couldn't quite find the value he's looking for. They're going to play off this Altorp, though, and this is a very heavy B-stack this time around.
You get rid of 1 Phantom or 1 Vandal here with something like a Shorty, and you are feeling good. Kai for the first kill.
Oh, no.
He spotted out as Dam, but Dam's good for 1 with that Shorty. All you could ask for there. 3 players fall in total, however. Still here on the corner, on the Reyna, not able to find that one. KHS the only one left. Most likely, Sheriff in hand. Yes, there it is. We've seen KHS on this weapon before, but Kai is good for 3 this round on the Viper. 9-6. Waterloo not as far gone as you thought.
Yeah, we finally have a nice scoreline on our hands. Waterloo finally in striking distance here. Texas A&M now going to be able to bounce back with all these rifles, with this full armor. See if KHS, yeah, is going to end up spending all those creds. Now they're going to have that full loadout across the board. Maybe they put Dam on something. Oh, no, he should be able to have a rifle.
He
yeah,
tossed a rifle.
They're swapping skins. Or they're messing around in the back spawn there. Now Waterloo going to have a very similar loadout here. A lot of those rifles, KJ, or rather Light, on that Spectre. Only 1 ultimate being on the board, being that res, so just going to be all come down to these weapon duels for the most part.
The last time the Texas A&M had rifles in hand, they won 6 rounds straight. Let's see what they can do here. Now that they finally got him on this defending half. Waterloo looking to make this same kind of play as last time. Really explode onto this B site, hopefully find some picks, but they're not going to be given as easy when there's no shorties in hand.
Damn, now holding this angle a little bit further back. This could be so good for him. Good for 1. Oh, that was a beautiful double swing, though. Found a little bit of chip damage, but not going to be too concerning. Light, KHS, though, finding that kill onto Kai. And Viper going down. Going to feel good. They do have that res, though. That was a very good nano swarm to try to get that wall down. Thini going to swing, find one. Traded out, though, 2 for 2 there. Waterloo now ending up with that man advantage after the res. Lockdown coming through as well. So Waterloo, you can tell they know this game is close. They want to make sure they secure these rounds any way they have to. Dill gonna have to head for the hills here. He should be able to get out.
Right,
maybe he is gonna get right out, but
2v1
2v1 for TAMU. I know after all said and done, Texas A&M ends up with 2v1. The Viper Pit, they do get tagged down to about 65% health there. Dill has both of his flashes as well. The snake bites get burned early as well, so if Dill can find the swing, he's going to be in a very strong place, but he has to find the kill here. To guess where Kai is, and the timer is slowly ticking away. However, both of those snake bites are down now. He can fake. He doesn't realize he can commit. Oh, he gets it wrong, and Kai clutches up for Waterloo. That is a massive round. It was a very heavy investment from them. The investment pays off. Texas A&M now going to be a little bit on the the struggle bus side of things to find these rifles. They have a lot of ultimates to play with, but Waterloo getting ever so close to tying up this game.
Noble has Blade Storm in hand. Not exactly the star player we've seen in this previous games. Damn really stepping up this time, but Noble, I mean, it's all what they can do. Grab
All it
the
takes
2
is one
kills
play.
last round. That's the thing. Throw a shorty in the back pocket. Rounded out your eco round there.
Revealing area.
Texas A&M spreading out more towards this A side. 3 players there. Throw that Blade Storm mid. Possibly find one onto Kai here. There's the first pick for Noble. Spike down as well. That's great intel for them.
What a
Be
cross.
picked off by Brim on that right side though.
I have the
Damn, not able to trade off of that either. We're down 1-4-1. Texas A&M loses another player, loses that duelist in Dill, who had Empress ready as well. KHS with the Stinger gonna have to make some miracle plays here. Able to find one, spike down, but the Jets on the left side. Havex, good for another plant, is good from Smoothies.
Deadly the
Spike
Stinger costs
planted.
950. You just
destroyed.
like, why spend the 3K if you
Last
just have
player
stuff like that
standing.
happen? Prim, good for 3 on the round though. Thini left with the Sheriff, seeing if he could maybe find 1 or 2 exit frags here, take away some of these rifles, but Texas A&M didn't really have that fantastic of a buy going into this round, so whatever they can muster, whatever they can steal away at this point, they will be more than happy to try to do so. Oh, what a shot there, Thini. 1 and done over onto Havex there. Maybe he can recover a rifle and make some kind of play out of this one. He's still going to go for the swing, though. Trying to find a second headshot here. He said, listen, I'm going to go down swinging. Maybe could have got a rifle and gotten out of there, but trying to take away more of that money of Waterloo. Not going to be the worst idea. Gets at least some value out of being alive left there. Now we're going to see these rifles coming back in tow for both of these sides. The ultimates starting to get up there as well. This is when we're getting to the even part of the game where every single round could go back and forth.
Texas A&M, I mean, you found your 8 on that defense, but Waterloo, or on that attack,
We go.
apologies, but Waterloo win the exact same thing right back to you. 4th round in a row so far, looking to make
Standing
it
ahead.
5, looking to tie it up here at 9-9. It's all going to come down to this attack. 3 players on A once again. Texas A&M ready for this A hit.
Okay, ready exactly for that Owl Drone's coming too. Gonna get a couple tags onto him, but he has a lot of teammates there to support him. Just look at these 2 lone members over on the B side of the map, both these Killjoys. You know, letting the rest of the teammates duke it out. We're just gonna play these flanks, play off our turrets here. This A site, it is a slow creep from Waterloo, trying to see if they can find the timing. Dill, if he can time a flasher, he might be able to go absolutely massive. The timing's going to be his. Finds the first one. Oh, pops the heal. The dismiss might have been a little bit better there. Thought he had time to get the overheal. Picking up that kill. 1 for 1. All said and done. A&M still trying to hold the line of scrimmage here. Waterloo just trying to find any angle they can to break in here. They have that 1 lone member lurking mid as well, so maybe something to keep an eye on as the round develops here.
Yeah, 40 seconds left too. Time starting to run away from these players. Still a lot in the bank there, but wait a little bit longer and start to wonder. Texas A&M going to start to wonder where this spike
30
is
seconds
at,
left.
but looks like we could see Prim and KHS in a little bit of an engagement here mid. Prim going to hit that first shot, and KHS is the one to come out on top.
Huge.
Takes a little bit of damage, but Prim has been a key member of these past 3 rounds. Damn, good for a second in the round, good for 2. KHS to finish that one off. 2 for Damn, 2 for KHS. All started off by Dill, and that's the 10th round found for Texas A&M. Unfortunate for them, though. Waterloo still going to have a good chunk of credits to be able to pull together this buy. Blade Storm in the back pocket as well.
Yep. Slide of A&M there, though. The patience again is that round is what shocked me, because Waterloo, they dumped so much utility early game. Then there was that 20 seconds of like nothing, and then Texas A&M goes, okay, like they still have to come plant. Like let's just sit back and not try to find these picks. And that's so many teams. If there's kind of a lull in the round, kind of that dead air, they'll go try to make something happen just because. A&M though, they're so consistent. They just hold serve every single time on site.
Yeah, sometimes it's like nothing happens, right? No one shows on a default after some utility, and a lot of players go looking for a play, right? Texas, letting the play come to them. Just playing advantageous angles, making it get peeked into. Savex not going to spot anyone out towards that B site. Bit of a wide rotation there from Texas, but you've still got Dill playing closer towards that mid area. Should be good.
Look at the
For
setup,
quick
though.
rotations.
A&M somehow makes a read every single time. They just decide, hey, we're going to stack mid B. And then, of course, there's 5 members walking up tube in the kitchen now. turret is sitting there, but Texas A&M, they got some kind of crystal ball. Every single time, they seem to, like, quote-unquote, randomly flip what they want to defend. Now they have this heavy B defense ready already. Bladestorm offline nice and early, and just like that, now they have this defender locked down. Now they're able to kind of go search out these picks. Viper Pit and Hunter's Fury. The whole 9 yards getting tossed out here. Theeny working his way through kitchen. Backside of that Viper Pit. Kai, though, going to be the one to find that kill. Theeny maybe trying to find that kill in the lockdown, but navigating that Viper Pit. Always going to be a little bit risky of a play. Prim getting those Nano Swarm lined up ready. Noble go over onto Lyco. 4v3. AJ and Viper still alive, though. Waterloo very much in this round.
And you have this Viper Pit as the bomb planted in it, right? This is a tough one for Waterloo.
Nano Swarms.
Really all here. They can just sit in this Viper Pit, wait for someone to push in. Noble gets absolutely shredded the second it comes in. There's the recon dart to start, but now you see the utility start to layer up on this spike here. The K comes through. You get tapped by even one tick of that Viper Molly, of that Snake Bite, and it's all over for you. KHS can maybe find an exit here onto Prim. Does find that. Does find a second as well. That's destroying the Waterloo economy right there.
Yeah, Waterloo invested a lot to win that round, which by all means, they kind of are forced to, win these rounds out at this point, but they just lost a lot of money in the back end. They're still going to have a good buy this round, at least for the most part, but that was pretty much like a minus 6 to 8,000 credit swing there right at the end, losing those 3 members. So Texas A&M, even though that round was dead and gone, they get a lot of value on the back half of that one now. No Viper Pit to deal with, no Bladestorm. The lockdown is going to be annoying. You want to keep that on bay, but they're going to have that Hunter's Fury. They'll be able to easily counter that one. Just going to come down to these early duels once again. Ooh, very early peek from Havex. Dash going to go through. Look at this early utility dump, and look at the early aggression from A&M as well.
Massive dart from KHS as well. Spots out 2, chilling outside towards that A side, and now here's the full rotation towards B. Unspotted out. Now they've got an idea of exactly what Waterloo wants to do. You can see Killjoy from the side of Texas just waiting. Theeny waiting for this lockdown to now pop, but the lockdown used to get on the site when no one was there.
Yeah, more of like a zoning ult at that point. Oh, the plant took so long to come down, though, that Kai wasn't able to escape through that Sage Wall that opening by Theeny created. Now he's going to send his own Nano Swarms, try to clear out that short corner. Most of these members stacked behind Yellow Crate, though. Going to find one Noble there for the trade. KHS. Texas A&M making a great play, but it's going to be turned on its head. And just like that, a 2 for 2 for 2. Texas A&M, though, come out on the winning end of that one. Now they're going to have a lot of ultimates in their back pocket. They have this 11-9 lead. And this economy of Waterloo cannot be in the greatest spot after that.
Nice picks at the end there.
Bad spot.
Killing Kai on the plant was a big one, too, because at least, even though it didn't end up this way.
Viper's dead.
Yeah, you're sitting there and you're going, all right, I'm not going to start defusing and get a molly tossed on me from halfway across the map. Not going to have to worry about that in the slightest. And now Texas A&M going to have a very, very easy time with this round, supposedly.
Allegedly. Sources say, yeah, they should, ultimates and weapons aside, they should be able to walk away. They should realistically, I know all things created equal, they should only lose maybe 2 rifles if they play this one correctly. So Hunter's Fury, though, nice and early, trying to find at least some chip damage maybe. Make some of these kills easier. Havex early. Not going to find the kill on that Sheriff, though. The rest of these members, though, very, very puggy pusher. Light good for 1. Oh, the Vandal Spray going to be a little bit too much there. They find a couple rifles, but ultimately, Texas A&M, you take that one all day long. You didn't have to burn any ultimates. You barely had to use utility. You're going to have a lot of that in that back pocket. Now you're sitting on match point of this series to be, I guess, the inaugural C-Val Hub Winter Warmup Grand Finals. Exactly. TAMU has been on an absolute heater today. And let's see if they can finish things off. Potentially Waterloo's last stand with these rifles.
Yeah. They put together this buy here, but it's all or nothing now for Waterloo. 3 seconds till this deciding round, or possibly one of these deciding rounds here. Texas A&M on match point. Got Prim over towards that B side. Prim is very good at finding their own picks elsewhere on the map. A great lurker for the team here, but Waterloo gonna need more than just a few picks on a lurk to be able to make this happen. Viper's Pit dropped on A. You've got Empress available as well. This is such a huge round. This is for the finals here. One spotted out by Smoothies. They know the player's on top, but it doesn't stop that same player, Noble, from finding a kill onto Kai, forcing out this res here as well. They can just spray down that wall. They could have been able to finish that one off, but Light takes down Noble when he tries to get greedy on that peak. KHS been just chilling on this orb, chilling in this Viper's Pit for so long. Now you just wait for one spot out with that dart, but they know these players are gone from A now.
Yeah, at that point, you have 45 seconds on the clock. You're going to have to call for something to happen because last time they took too long, they walked right into the teeth of the defense, and Texas A&M cut them down like a buzzsaw. Now they're going to rotate over to B here. They will be able to find this plant. KHS lurking through mid, possibly trying to find that frag under tube. Kai, though, going to be good for that one. Now Waterloo putting themselves in a very, very nice spot here. Gotta close things out, but Dill having other ideas. Good for one. Prim
One enemy
there
remaining.
for the trade. Actually gonna pick up a pair here. So now, all on one member. Damn, though. Going to fall. Waterloo now into the double-digit realm for the first time this series. Still on match point, but still alive and kicking.
Shout out to Prim for holding this game together for Waterloo. Kai's had some amazing rounds as well. I mean, you see them up there in kills, but it seems like every round that Prim has come in and found 2 or 3 kills, it's been a huge impact round in the game, and it's really boosted Waterloo to the point where they're at right now. This is the closest game they've had all series, and they're not done just yet. Gonna have rifles in hand again. No ultimates, though, whereas Storm and Empress ready from the side of TAMU. No one spotted out there either.
Yeah, they have a pretty good idea, though. Light, first kill over onto Damn. Viper down. Now Dill getting taken out as well. This Blade Storm from Noble. He's going to have to go big and find a whole lot of value. Being down 2 members so early, this A site going to be pretty much conceded. It's going to have to be Noble, though. He's not going to find anything. KHS good for one to spray down through the door. Going to deter his push for a couple seconds there. Kai is going to find that plant. I'll tell you what, that Viper Pit now going to be online. That is pretty much all she wrote for Texas A&M, where it looks like we're going to be, they still have to win round, 23 or 24, but overtime more than looking like the possibility at this point.
Athene gonna fall, is able to take down Prim, but a 3K from Light. Waterloo now. Texas A&M match point. Waterloo overtime point here. Texas A&M on an absolutely brutal buy in terms of economy, but I've seen them pull it together before. Waterloo just gotta have another solid round like that. You get the picks early like that, and you can just take these rounds in an instant.
Look at those ultis, too.
3 ready. 3 huge ones as well. Like, the Blade Storm is one thing, but when your team has all rifles, the Blade Storm doesn't matter as much.
It's nice,
really.
yeah, but it's...
But a lockdown in a Viper's Pit, that's big. Hunter's Fury burned. He's going to tag up 1, I believe. Tagged up Dam.
Oh, Waterloo getting tagged up as well, though. That heal going to come through, though, so help out Vex there.
You should run.
Now that attacking lockdown going to get used by Waterloo, seeing if they can maybe clear out some space here. Try to get Texas A&M offsite at least long enough to plan, but it's a very, very patient play. They're actually going to use the lockdown maybe just to distract or zone off. Now they're going to make the A execute, though, looks like. Waiting for that lockdown to be done. Now the pit invested as well. Waterloo, they know they have to have this round. Sage Wall going to go down. Smoothies finding that first blood over onto Dill. That means no Empress until overtime here. Athene going to fall as well. Texas A&M, they are in such a tricky spot now. That kill going to be critical. Smoothies finding his second there. Noble seeing what spray down he can find. Cloudburst goes out there, trying to recover a rifle. He does. Shoulder to shoulder. He didn't see the barrel, apparently. Oh my god, shoulder to shoulder. He has no idea. And he's going to walk up rope unscathed. Now he's going to navigate the top of this Viper Pit, though, and not a lot of time to play with either. The KJ turret, good for the spot out. He knows V6 at the fuse. There's a firing squad on him. Kai, good for a pair. Overtime on Icebox. Waterloo fighting for their lives in this grand final. Texas A&M doing everything they can to dig their heels in and try to walk away the champions. But here we are. Waterloo finally making a series out of this one. Just a couple more rounds to stay in this thing.
12-12. What a game so far. What a series. I mean, coming into this map pick, Waterloo, knowing it's do or die, stepping up to the plate, coming in, still down 0-2 in the series, but every single round, one step closer. This next map here, Waterloo not letting their hopes die just yet. But now that we're in overtime, all these buys are going to be dead even here. Waterloo now on the defense. Or goes the op.
He
What's
got
thinking
cold
about
feet.
it?
I was going to say, Havex got cold feet on the operator. He thought this could be great, and then you're like, not the
And
best
you're like,
idea.
could it?
Yeah, could it? Possibly, but Smoothies, he has had such a good second half of this Icebox as well. Struggled a little bit on that first half with Sage. I think he was maybe 3-8, 3-9, but he has turned his game on. He has been playing so well, setting up those reses, getting those push stops.
I got the
Going to be an early 1-for-1 though. Texas A&M plotting toward this middle area. Maybe get a cheat toward that B side, it would look like. Waterloo, let's see if they're going to be ready for this push.
A single pick for both sides here now. So Viper being the key player down here for Waterloo,
Yeah.
whereas Dill, I mean, anything you get out of that Reyna, it's
area.
extra credit. In terms of utility, you're just getting kills, really. Late is here mid. Dam has been really good on these close angles to the left, but Havex is on a big flank here. Dam is down. Texas A&M, 3 players here on the attack. Waterloo showing why this was their map pick. They know Icebox.
Manto, they got to try to get this bomb down, create some pressure. Theany and Light,
30
1-for-1
seconds
once
left.
again. Waterloo has been 1-for-1ing their way to this one-man advantage so far. Shock Dart would be good on that plant spot. Right down to 75 HP. Now going to be down to 40 exactly. Back-to-back darts there. Texas A&M 2v3. Noble and KHS try to take this attacking ground in the first stretch of overtime here. Light. Recon Dart going to go out. So many of these members. The flank could be absolutely massive though. Noble, good for 1, good for 2. Bladestorm online now as well. Oh, this could be a very good pinch. Going to use the backwards dash just to buy enough time for himself. It's just all about the time stall right now. The defuse is half. The Bladestorm is good. Noble on that backside. So strong. Waterloo just not clearing that one out, and that is a big play. Noble has been waiting to make a play of that size, and now they put themselves on match point on this defensive side as well.
The last time I talked about Noble, he was, I think, 8-16 in this
Yeah.
game. Now 19-20, putting it all on the line here in overtime. Texas A&M now over towards this defensive side. Waterloo having to put it all into this attack, try to bring it to another overtime. Texas A&M
There's
one
the op.
round away from victory. Had been on match point for 5 rounds before, though. Keep that in mind.
Dueling operators. Oh, neither one landing. Oh my goodness.
I have literal chills right now. Havex going in, jump shotting in with this op, trying to find the aggressive pick that's going to bring the team to victory, but just spamming through this Viper wall. Spike being left behind. No
look at
errors can be found.
Theany.
Theany with the first pick on defense.
Viper down early. That is killer for Waterloo.
Look at where Prim is.
And Prim is way off. You're right. He's going to find 2 though on the flank. Evening things up right away. KHS though. Now that's Viper and Killjoy down for your side. You are on the attacking side as well. Damn. Good for the kill on the Havex. Only 2 members remain. All on Sage now. All onto the last member here. Waterloo. All onto 1. Onto the Sova. Will he be able to find anything? Scanned out though, KHS. Good for his third. And Texas A&M University. Good for a 3-0 sweep in the grand finals of the Collegiate Valorant Hub Winter Warmup. They will be crowned at the champions, as we said, 3-0 fashion. Overtime on Icebox being the way they take the cake.
After a long run through quarters, through semis, made it all the way here, dominating game 1 and 2. Waterloo coming back, trying their darndest, bringing it to overtime. But Texas A&M University are going to be your winners of the CVH Winter Warm-Up here for Collegiate Valorant. It has been amazing so far. What a set we just watched, Jobin.
Yeah, the CVAL quality has definitely maintained, if not risen, from that last lead. A couple weeks ago, we wrapped up the East, West, North, and South tournaments, got all the winners from there. Now, get to see a lot of these top-tier teams. Say, 2 of these teams, they did finish in the top 3 of their CVAL tournaments, respectively. They got some of that prize pool. They're trying to book their ticket to land. This is a nice little preseason, nice little warm-up. Maybe get some new teams into the fold, see what other teams have been making adjustments and, kind of making improvements. Texas A&M, though, staking themselves as a team to come after. Right now, Waterloo, they put up a great fight toward the end there, but Texas A&M, men, keep your eyes on this team moving forward.
And if you've been with us for all 3 days, thank you so much for coming by, coming to see this amazing tournament that ended up unfolding in front of our eyes here. But you only came for the finals. Glad you got to see such a great set here, especially that Icebox map had me on my toes. I'm sure you were the same, Jobin, but that is going to be it for us here. Going to be wrapping this one up. Texas A&M, congratulations on your victory today. And we look forward. I look forward to the future of collegiate Valorant. This game keeps evolving and it keeps looking greater and greater every single time. I think that's going to be it for us, Shobin.
Yeah.
Anything else you got to add?
No, back for the new semester. Should be tons of broadcasts coming up over the next couple weeks. This was a nice little kickoff, get some great Valorant action. But with that being said, shout out to Amanda and Dan on the back line holding down the fort for us. Me and Josh will be signing off here. Thank you guys all for tuning in. CVL Hub, Winter Warmup, Texas A&M are your champions. Everyone, enjoy your Friday. Chip damage before the round starts here. Ooh, the Viper wall, damn, perfectly timed. We also have Hayvex sitting at half HP as well, or actually ended up getting taken out earlier. Waterloo, though, now falling apart over on this A site. Texas A&M finally commit to a push. Now all on Prim. Trying to make heads or tails. Marshall shot not going to be good quite yet. Trying to see what he can find on that Spectre. It's going to be very, very difficult. Not going to be able to find anything, though. KHS on the inventory, though. You can turn them up on the screen there, Light. Send those shots through. Oh, he's going to whip every single blade, though. Dini going to find the trade, but 5 knives going to the wayside there. Waterloo still in this 4v2, though. Texas A&M still sitting pretty on this site. They still have been. Look at Light, though. Beautiful shot on Dill there. KHS working underneath here, though. Good for 2. Texas A&M
as well. Spike continues to tick away. Hayvex picks up a Vandal, finds their 1. Smoothie's good for 1 as well. This is even out now after Smoothies and Hayvex find a few.
Oh, line up Larry over there, though. Oh, the
nano swarm falls back down into that swarm. And Thini for 2 in the end.
All going to be in the timing, though. Damn, find it. That is a beautiful one-shot. Moody's no
one behind, one
longer
on the flank.
with us.
Prim.
Exactly the one on the flank. Look at Prim. But the timing was so good for Light. That's going to be a Vandal over to Prim. He's going to fall, though. KHS good for 2. Spike, though.
30
Kai
seconds
and
left.
KHS. And the timing shots are going to be found. KHS, though, 3rd of the round. And that is a massive play.
On the same side, Prim to find that trade onto KHS.
Viper and KJ left alive. That's going to be a little bit tricky to fight through. However, into the 1v1 now. Can they find the kill? Damn, that is such a tricky head glitch to kind of track down there. Beautiful positioning once Flash is getting burned in the process. Texas A&M, they're waiting for those snake bites to pop up there. Exactly, that life orb. And those snake bites, but damn, find 2 with the spray. They weren't ready for the spam. Picks up a couple of kills. Now Prim gets tagged down to 81 HP as well. And it's all in the time. 1 HP in a Dream. Dream not going to be answered there. Texas A&M, that post plant from Dam is so disgusting. Dash ready to go, but just gonna have to wait that one out. Viper wall gonna go up. Sheriff on the back line, though. KHS, good for 1. Prim still there to trade that one out, though. Still even numbers to finish out this round. KHS trying to spray away to see what he can find, but Hayvex gets 1. Whoa,
KHS on the Sheriff is absolutely nasty. 3rd in the round, can't finish off Prim.
Look at the health. 1 bullet wins. Oh, the wall!
But the wall stopping their own teammate from making the clutch. There it is. It was there.
Yeah, more of like a zoning ult at that point. Oh, the plant took so long to come down, though, that Kai wasn't able to escape through that sage wall that opening by Thini created. Now he's going to send his own nano swarms, try to clear out that short corner. Most of these members back behind Yellow Crate, though, going to find 1 Noble there for the trade. KHS. Texas A&M making a great play, but it's going to be turned on its head. And just like that, a 2 for 2 for 2. Texas A&M, though, they're in such a tricky spot now. That kill going to be critical. Smoothie's finding his 2nd there. Noble seeing what sprayed out he can find. Cloudburst goes out there, trying to recover a rifle. He does. Shoulder to barrel. He didn't see the barrel, apparently. Oh my god, shoulder to shoulder. He has no idea. And he's going to walk up rope unscathed. Now he's going to navigate the top of this Viper pit, though, and not a lot of time to play with either. The KJ turret, good for the squad out. You know, it's V6 at the fuse. There's a firing squad on him. Kai, good for a pair. Over are going to go out. So many of these members. The flank could be absolutely massive, though. Noble, good for 1, good for 2. Bladestorm online now as well. Oh, this could be a very good pinch. Going to use the backwards dash just to buy enough time for himself. It's just all about the time stall right now. The defuse is half. The Bladestorm is good. Noble on that backside. See, that is killer for Waterloo.
Look at where Prim is.
And Prim is way off. You're right. He's going to find 2, though, on the flank. Evening things up right away. KHS, though. Now that's Viper and Killjoy down for your side. You are on the attacking side as well. Damn. Good for the kill on the Hayvex. Only 2 members remain. All on Sage now. All onto the last member here. Waterloo. All onto 1. Onto the Sova. Will he be able to find anything? Scanned out, though. KHS. Good for his 3rd. And Texas A&M University. Good